From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
The Shenandoah Apple Blossom Festival is back in full bloom. Our festival store is now open at the Apple Blossom Mall. Tickets are on sale online and in-store to all events. And of course, everything pink and green. This could be your year to try one of our 4 new festival events. Come celebrate spring with us in the Shenandoah Valley. Details at thebloom.com. Thank you to our sponsor, Claudio's Pizzeria and American Woodmark.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome out to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. We got EPAC baseball action tonight for you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as the Hedgesville Eagles get ready to take on the Musselman Applemen here at Hedgesville. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, Kyle McLaughlin, our on-site producer, and back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Trip, Hedgesville Musselman, we found out today that they will be playing each other in the first round of sectionals, so a little bit of a playoff preview here tonight between two of the better teams in the EPAC.
Yeah, I got to talk to both head coach before the game. I was interested to see what they had to say about that particular, issue of, playing each other again. The familiarity factor, pitching, things like that. But Musselman seems to be taking sort of more of a Johnny Holstaff approach. They're going to throw a couple guys tonight and get them some work. Hedgesville starting Ian Wolf, and it's his birthday, so I'm not sure if he stays in. If it's a birthday start or if he's going to go the distance. I didn't quite get that information, but other than that, he's probably not the guy who's going to start on Tuesday. So probable starters for Tuesday's games, who knows? We're not sure yet. We haven't been given that information. But tonight, they're going to be working a lot of situation baseball. I think Musselman's going to move some guys around. Hedgesville, they got it taken to them pretty good the last time that they played Musselman. So there is a revenge factor in their dugout tonight. So it's going to be interesting to watch. And, Tuesday night it's going to get for real, as far as playoff baseball. But I think tonight's going to be a little more of a playoff baseball atmosphere, even though both coaches and would like to kind of play it off a little bit.
We kind of knew, or at least it seemed like this was going to be the matchup for the majority of the season once kind of the teams separated themselves a little bit in the EPAC. The question was going to be, would it be at Musselman or would it be at Hedgesville? It will be at Musselman next week for the playoff matchup. But, Tripp, any thoughts overall just on the rankings? Usually there is some controversy with them. You could maybe argue that some of the Jefferson, Washington could possibly be below some of these teams that we're seeing here today. But, overall that won't matter too much. And you could obviously argue flipping these two teams or flipping Jefferson and Washington. But what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, not totally surprised there. I mean, Washington, Jefferson, the 2 and 3, and Musselman getting the 4. I'm a little, I thought Musselman played a very tough schedule. So, I thought maybe they would maybe get some strength of schedule points there and possibly leapfrog one of the, Washington or Jefferson or maybe even in both at some point. But, when you look at their overall records and the games that they were in, Musselman has, as a whole body of work, they put together a pretty good season, and partially without, Jason Myers, who's back. So, I think, every team we've seen Spring Mills play extremely well. We've seen Jefferson put together games. They have Raleigh Morgan back. I mean, it's just going to be, the rankings are out and the ratings and what have you, but but a lot of these teams are healthy. Musselman's completely healthy. Jefferson's healthy. Hedgesville, we've seen what they can do. They beat one of the only teams to beat Martinsburg this year and did it pretty much, from start to finish and hit the ball really well. So everybody's going to have to be on their A game, and these coaches are going to have to figure out their pitching rotations, and whoever leaves this area and heads down to Charleston, I think is going to represent really well.
We'll have one more game this week before the postseason, as Jefferson will take on Martinsburg. But this is the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. The Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Principled, proven, local. Republican Wayne Clark has a record of supporting policies important to Jefferson County. Delegate Clark is endorsed by West Virginians for Life, West Virginia Citizens Defense League, West Virginia's oil and gas industry, West Virginia's coal industry, West Virginia Farm Bureau, and many more. Wayne Clark has consistently supported our state's fossil fuel industry and America's energy independence. Vote to re-elect Republican Wayne Clark for the House of Delegates.
Paid for by Clark for WV.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
I'm Kent Leonhardt, your current Commissioner of Agriculture, asking for your vote on May 14th to re-elect me for a third term as your Commissioner of Agriculture. Let me welcome everybody to Misty Meadows Farm. This is my wife Shirley and I's happy place. In 2022 alone, we added 200 new farms to West Virginia's count. Red meat production in the state of West Virginia is up 51%. What our farmers are selling to retailers for resale is up 57%. We've done so much, we've got a lot more to do.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Tripp Tobin, Kyle McLaughlin, Dylan Bishop back in the studio. Get into our coaches' interviews brought to you by Parsons Ford, 1400 Shepherdstown Road, and online at parsonsford.com. Postgame.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. We'll start with the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Eric Grove, and then hear from Musselman head coach Josh Hartman. Now joined by the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Eric Grove. Coach, taking on Musselman here tonight. Rankings for the postseason came out today as well, so you already know that you'll be playing Musselman next week. Does that change anything heading into tonight's game as you'll see them in the postseason?
Well, I think maybe pitching-wise it changes a few things, but still want to win these games, and we're hopefully going to use this as a springboard. We played well last 4 or 5 days, so want to keep that momentum going, and we're just trying to get in the right rotation that we think we would go with next week and get people timed out on 4 or 5 days rest. And it's kind of unfortunate this game's played when it is, but seems like everybody's got a game that's after the deadline, so we're see what we got tonight. And I mean, we'll probably consider that late in the game if we need to, but still trying to win.
Any thoughts on where your team was seated? I mean, things were pretty even throughout the entire conference, so it's a tough year, but do you agree with the spot? Do you feel like you guys should have been a little bit higher?
If you don't agree with something, you need to win more games. We've been on the right side of it a few times, and I mean this was pretty tight, and our body of work said we didn't win enough games. I know in past years it's a big debate, and I guess you could debate really 2 through 5 this year, but I just wasn't raised that way, and I don't raise these kids that way. We got to come out and do it, control what we can control, and we didn't do a good enough job up till this point, but every game that's played in the playoffs, there's 2 teams show up and only one can win.
Overall, how would you, evaluate this season so far? You've had some really high highs, like beating Martinsburg, and you've had some tough losses as well. So just how would you evaluate the season overall?
I think we've been little Jekyll and Hyde all year long. We just when you think we're going to ascend into being a really quality team, we fall down. And I mean, we've played tough teams, so sometimes maybe the expectation of playing so many games in a row, whatever, is kind of weighed on us a few times. And honestly, I don't feel like we've had a ton of good luck all year long. A couple games went here or there, and just haven't had that. And maybe we'll get it here late in the year. I don't like some of the 10-run defeats we've had against a couple teams. I mean, but we just kind of gave up late, and I don't ever like that. But, I mean, as a season as a whole, we do have some quality wins, and I think that we're definitely on people's radar to play in the playoffs. We just have to string together a good series against somebody and maybe find ourselves where we need to be.
Musselman tonight, like we said, you'll see them next week in the postseason, but you've already seen them once this year. What are some things you kind of take away about that game and that team overall this season?
I think they play a tough schedule, and it's hard to say about some of these teams they've won or lost to across the state. Just basing it kind of off ours. I think they lost to East Hardy, and so did we, and everybody's probably like, East Hardy this. They're one of the best hitting teams we've faced all year long. Size and of the school and, the past of a school don't necessarily matter. I think that Musselman always hits well against us. And so that's what we have to combat here tonight. And I think they've had a good year. I think everybody's kind of had a marginal year in the middle. We wish we'd have had 18, 20 wins. We got some games rained out we felt like we could win, and then we lost some games we shouldn't have lost. So that's just part of the game. And as far as Musselman, I think that they'd probably be fairly happy with their year, because I think they've had to figure out some things pitching wise. But I'm sure they'll be ready to play tonight, and they'll be ready to play next week.
Any other thoughts on tonight's game?
Little league night. Hopefully we give the young Eagles out there a good show, and we start a series of 3 in a row here. I'd like to at least get 2 of these.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Here's the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Josh Hartman. Coach, taking on Hedgesville tonight. You found out today that you'll be facing them in the first round of sectionals. Does that change anything heading into the night's game? And I guess with that, how do you feel about your ranking?
I mean, I feel like we'd probably be playing Hedgesville no matter what, wherever we rank going into that in this section. I think I don't know if we'd be home or away with that, but obviously I thought that'd be our first round opponent. Tonight's a good opportunity to get a good scouting report on each other. Good opportunity to see what the batters do and place our defense where they hit the ball. So I like where we're at tonight. It's our last game before we play them on Tuesday, so it's a good opportunity for us here.
You haven't seen them since March 14th. It was an 11-1 win for your team. But like you said, heading into that Martinsburg game, a lot changes over the season. So just because you run ruled them last time, or in that case, just because you got run ruled, doesn't mean that's going to happen again, especially in EPAC baseball. So what have you seen from this Hedgesville team, and what are some things that you think your team can do well here tonight to get a win?
I mean, we got to hit the ball. We got to put the ball in play, obviously, and when we do that, good things usually happen. Pitchers got their strikes, limit our mistakes in the field, and usually if you do those things, good things happen on the baseball field. So hopefully we can do that tonight.
Just overall, how would you, evaluate this season and really the EPAC as a whole when you look at things and the consistency of some of the teams, some of the outcomes? It's been sometimes teams get run ruled, then the next time they go out and can beat a team or whatever the case may be. Just what's your overall thoughts on the season?
I mean, me personally, I think the EPAC is one of the strongest conferences in the state. I mean, we played around everywhere in the state this year with our schedules. We've seen baseball from all different parts of the state with that, and anybody in this area can come out of here and get the job done in the state tournament, I think. And it's a good baseball up here, and it'll be another good game tonight, and I feel like section will be up for grabs again. I really do.
Any other thoughts on tonight's matchup?
I always look forward to playing these guys. It's always a good rivalry. I know we open up with them beginning of the year, so lineups have changed. When the kids kind of separate themselves on who should be in the lineup, where they should be batting, who should be getting the baseball on the mound. So it's kind of one of them days that you're going to have a good opportunity to see where we're going to stand for sectionals. And once again, we're looking forward to tonight and looking forward to next week as well.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you to both teams' head coaches, as that was our coaches' interviews. We'll now take another 2-minute break. We'll get into the EPAC baseball roundup on the other side of this 2-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Did you know that anybody can have lunch at Berkeley Senior Center? Hello, this is Amy Orndorff, Executive Director at Berkeley Senior Services. We serve a healthy, nutritious, and delicious lunch 5 days a week at 217 North High Street in Martinsburg. For seniors age 60 and up, the charge is by donation only, and for those under 60, it's just $7.25. And while you're here for lunch, take a look at all of our great programs and activities. Find out more, including our daily menu, at berkeleyseniorservices.org or by calling 263-8873. We look forward to serving you.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. We'll get into the EPAC Baseball Roundup, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's, fast, fresh, friendly. Trip, as we look at the games for tonight, Martinsburg is at Smithsburg. I believe that one has already started. Yeah, Bulldogs on top, 14-6. Over Smithsburg. And then I think Jefferson was in action against Moorfield. That game is tied at 3 after getting a 9-1 victory earlier as they were playing a double header against Moorfield. And I believe those were the only games today. No, Spring Mills took on Kaiser. 3-2 is the score in that game. Kaiser leading Spring Mills. And then Washington has Loudoun Valley today at 7. So.
The Martinsburg game, talking about getting their hitting, getting them bats going. They had 14 hits already in the top of the 7th. Double by Oviedo, triple by Alter, home run by Rubenthal, multiple hits by Everhart and Buber, and Christian Alter with 3 singles and 4 RBIs. Jackson Steen in for the injured Grove is 2 for 3. So Martinsburg's really, putting the bats together. If they get that rolling, it's going to be trouble. But playing Smithsburg may not be, the caliber of the, I'm not going to say the caliber, but the intensity as playing these EPAC teams in the sectionals. But, yeah, Jefferson's looks like they're going to, they got win under their belt today, 9 runs, and, they was trying to get runs put. We've heard Coach John Lowry all spring say, we just need to, manufacture runs. Their pitching's been good, good enough to be a 25-game winner. They just have not hit the ball as well. And, of course, you look at Hedgesville, Musselman, and Washington. I mean, they do have that Jekyll and Hyde, appearance. At times they can just really tear into it and really put runs on the board and look like, the number 1 team in the state. And then other times, they struggle to catch the baseball. And, but I think that's just youth and figuring themselves out. And, and like Coach Hartman said, we've played the season and guys have figured out their pecking order, and it's time to put up or go home.
We'll give you the starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust for your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. We start with Musselman leading off and playing center field, number 14, Kyle Lohr. Batting second, the catcher, number 4, Wyatt McClintock. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 9, Taryn Boyles. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 8, Jason Myers. Batting third, the third baseman, number 24, Wyatt Levy. Batting sixth, Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 6, Cam Gill. Batting seventh, number 11, Ethan Hitchman. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Gaines. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Isaac Gilbert. And then for the Hedgesville Eagles leading off and playing shortstop, number 17, Noah Brown. Batting second, the center fielder, number 6, Landon Pence. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 24, Connor Quinn. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 5, Ian Wolf. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 7, Mason Elliott. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 12, Cash Dunham. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 15, Mason Carter. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 11, Brett Pedersen. And batting ninth, the catcher, number 14, Trent Canerium.
Yeah.
So
in Musselman's lineup, that was Ryder Gans, but don't blame that on Nick. Blame that on Josh Hartman's handwriting, as it looks like Ryder Gans. And doing the pitching for them tonight is going to be Kai Dunbar. So going to be a good matchup. Kai's going to get on the mound. We heard talk to Josh Hartman, say he's going to throw a couple different pitchers, get them some work. The difference between Hedgesville and Musselman tonight is this is Musselman's last tune-up game before sectionals. Hedgesville has 2 more, a Thursday and a Friday game, so they have a couple more games to get some guys some reps. But Musselman's in a different aspect here with having to set for the next 6 days, so they're going to probably get some guys in. It's like Little League night here tonight at Hedgesville.
Yeah. What should you prefer if you were in this situation, Trip? Would you rather have a few more games before postseason or kind of be able to rest up?
I think, if you'd asked me a week ago, Musselman probably needed a couple of days off to rest up, but with the with Jason Myers healing and hitting the baseball well, and the way that Musselman tends to be streaky, I probably would prefer to play at least through Friday. But again, it can go both ways. But tonight, if I was Musselman, I'd probably like to play another game or two. I don't think it's ever good to set that long. I'm not a big fan of setting between sectional and regionals either, and but regardless. And they have plenty of guys out there you see on the line. They're going to enter squad. They're going to play hard. They're going to push each other's buttons, probably get out there at the JV a little bit, and they're going to figure out how to stay focused. But wouldn't be bad to have a couple games on your schedule there to keep on working some things out. Hedgesville, they've got a pretty good run here. I think they got Frankfurt here at the end. Coach Grove said he had 3 games, like to get 2 of the 3 out of there, and going into the postseason. So either way you look at it, if you're gonna rest, make sure you work things out, and and you're able to get some good reps in practice and things like that. If you're going to play, you want to try not to get hurt and stay healthy and keep arms strong.
All right, we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
I'm Jason Stedman, and I'm running to be your next Berkeley County prosecuting attorney. I'm an experienced, proven leader. I have 25 years of trial and legal experience. I spent 6 of those years serving as a prosecuting attorney. I'm an Eagle Scout and have the training and real-world experience running the Shenandoah Area Council, serving on church boards, and running my own practice. I have some new ideas to bring to the office and plans to save the county significant funds. Please vote for Jason Stedman for prosecuting attorney. I'm asking for your support and your vote to move this county forward.
Paid for by candidate.
I'm Senator Mike Stewart, the former United States Attorney, and I'm running for Attorney General. As President Trump's personal pick for United States Attorney, I was on the front lines of the opiate crisis. I prosecuted 2 members of the state Supreme Court, directed the biggest drug raids in state history, and took enough fentanyl off the streets to kill more than 40 million people. As Attorney General, I'll fight for the Eastern Panhandle. I'll fight for locality pay, local control, and to keep D.C. drug dealers in D.C. or behind bars. I stand with President Trump and have a proven record that's tough on crime. My opponent's record? He sponsored a soft-on-crime bill to expunge felonies and voted 4 times against the Second Amendment. I'm A-rated by the NRA, strongly pro-life, and endorsed by the West Virginia Coal Association. If you're ready for a proven leader who'll fight for your family and your jobs as Attorney General, I'm Mike Stewart, and I'm asking for your vote.
Mike Stewart, a strong conservative leader for Attorney General. Go to makewvgreat.com to find out more. Paid for by Mike for WV Committee.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2023.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's moving lives forward.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Now let's go Eagles!
Welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex as the national anthem has concluded and we get set for first pitch. Beautiful day for baseball. It's a hot one here in Hedgesville, West Virginia, as temperatures in the mid-80s. Our weather is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships, proud to be the owners who just care more, actually low 80s, 81 degrees and sunny. And then supposed to drop into the high 60s throughout the evening and then into the 50s overnight, but hopefully we're still not playing overnight.
A special person we want to recognize tonight.
And we'll get into our starting battery, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. But currently we're going to have a moment of silence for Martinsburg assistant coach Buzzy Jackson, who passed away. So we'll take that moment of silence with them.
Thank you.
So very respectful there from Hedgesville, but again, the starting battery tonight is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. For Hedgesville on the mound tonight will be Ian Wolf, and doing the catching will be Trent Canerium. And for Musselman, it's Kai Dunbar with his catcher Wyatt McClintock.
Yeah, good matchup tonight. Talked to Coach Grove a little bit. He said Ian, hadn't had the greatest of starts on the mound here, and you want to get him out there and get him some work. And, we've seen the game he did here with Jefferson and he was just phenomenal. So we know what he has in there. And sometimes you just got to work through a couple things. I think that's what tonight's start is about for Hedgesville and Ian Wolf. He was on the tear there. Those couple games we seen him in a row there at the Jefferson and in the Martinsburg game where he had 3 home runs. He went 7 innings against Jefferson, so just a big-time leader on this team getting a start tonight. And it's his birthday, so happy birthday to Ian Wolf.
Yeah, definitely happy birthday to Ian. Our first pitch is brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. And Trip, we're just about ready to get started. Our top of the first inning is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Field and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. Wolf on the mound. He's had some big moments this season in games we've been at. He pitched really well against Jefferson. He hit 2 home runs against Martinsburg.
Yeah,
and he hit a home run that night against Jefferson as well. So
yeah, there's been times this year where he's took this Hedgesville team and put him on his back, and he's a catalyst on this team. Noah Brown leads off, plays shortstop. He's a little bit more quiet, confident guy, quiet leader. He has a little bit of that Braylon Connor in him, where he can get fired up, but he's just not a big. He's just a quiet, confident leader.
Wolf's first pitch, a called strike one to Kyle Lohr, the center fielder for the Applemen. Lohr McClintock Boyles to lead things off here in the top of the first for Musselman. The next pitch here from Ian Wolf. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Dunham is there, and he'll throw to first in time for the first out of the game.
Yeah, Lohr, McClintock, Boyles, Myers is some of the hardest top 4 batters, in the EPAC. And then when you turn back around and look at the other side of this lineup, Brown, Pence, Quinn, and Wolf, these pitchers have their hands full at the top of the order for these 2 teams. I mean, they can really string together some hits.
Hedgesville in the yellow jerseys with the blue lettering and blue numbers across the chest with the blue stripe on the shoulders, and the pinstripe white pants with the blue. And then Musselman in the pinstripe red and green uniforms with the white numbers, white letters across the chest, and the gray pants for the Applemen. Blue hats for Hedgesville. And the pitch here from Wolf is hit hard up the middle for a base hit for Ryan McClintock.
McClintock, who I have told many people that him and Lohr and Boyles will fight each other all year long for the team leader in batting averages. They're just very consistent 3 hitters there. Myers more of your typical 4-hitter, power hitter. He'll swing through some pitches, as typical power hitters do. But he'll get his extra base hits and his RBIs. But these 3 guys at top of this order are just they're gap-to-gap hitters and hit for average as good as any top 3.
So runner on here for the Applemen, and the pitch from Ian Wolf is a call strike one to Taryn Boyles. Boyles having another great season for Musselman, DHing here tonight. The junior. Courtesy run down there at first for McClintock. The next pitch from Ian Wolf, a big swing and a miss for strike 2.
Seth Kisner out there for running for the catcher.
So 1 out single. Top of the first inning. 0-2 count on Taryn Boyles, and the 0-2 is high and off the glove of the catcher Canarium, who has to avoid the umpire, and that allows the runner to take second base, so the Applemen have a runner in scoring position all of a sudden now, Trip.
Yeah, it just skipped off Canarium's glove. I mean, it was it was a pass ball. It wasn't a wild pitch, in the book. So, big opportunity here for Boyles as an RBI situation.
1-2 misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Appleman designated hitter.
Wolf has that where he comes set and then he comes up and he has kind of that double set sometimes. This time was a slide step.
And he gets Boyles swinging for the first strikeout of the game. And the birthday boy Ian Wolf has his first strikeout of the night. That will bring Jason Myers to the plate. And it's obviously good to see Myers coming back and playing. And you had the concern there as we weren't certain exactly what the injury was with his shoulder, but there's a strike.
Yeah, first pitch curveball there, showing a little respect to Myers as he certainly can turn this into a 2-run inning with one swing of the bat.
The 0-1 pitch just misses outside for ball one.
The left fielder, Mason Carter, out there is playing him in a little, surprisingly for the 4-hitter. Maybe he just likes that shade.
Could be on a hot day like today as this one misses outside for a ball, 2 balls and a strike with 2 down.
As you see, Pedersen's out there. He's not getting much shade from the hack shack there. He's stuck out there with a glove up. Him and Pence are shading their ass. Carter's in a little bit.
The 2-1 is low for ball 3, so definitely being careful here with Myers. And that's the thing, if you can get by this top 5-6 guys, not that this bottom of the order is bad necessarily, but it is, a little bit easier. But Myers swings through that one for strike 2.
Yeah, there's there's some youth in that bottom of the lineup. There's some, there's some guys down there that don't quite have the prowess at the plate that a couple of these guys do. But I think that's your typical high school lineup. Yeah. But those guys have produced, this year. And I think Coach Hartman has to be proud of what they've done against some unbelievable competition, the schedule they put together.
The 3-2 to Myers, a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Wolf gets out of first unscathed. Strands the runner on second base. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning when we come back. No score between Hedgesville and Musselman. Eagles coming to play. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Trump's plan to stop woke gender ideology from poisoning our kids?
We'll investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks that participate in sex transitions of minor children.
And Big Pharma's lobbyists should be held accountable too, like Pat Morrissey. As a D.C. lobbyist, Morrissey helped steer taxpayer funds to a gender transition clinic for children and got rich lobbying for a drug company peddling puberty blockers. Morrissey's family still owns the D.C. firm that lobbies for a child transition provider with a clinic in West Virginia. Pro-trans liberal lobbyist. That's Pat Morrissey. The pro-Trump conservative businessman, Chris Miller. Miller supports Trump's plan to protect our kids.
As the father of an 11-year-old girl, you're darn right. I don't want her sharing a locker room with biological males. Woke doctors are literally practicing mutilation, not medicine, and they should be in prison. I'm Chris Miller, and I'll sign that law as governor.
Paid for by Miller for Governor.
Give you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me. Trip Tobin, Kyle McLaughlin on camera, and back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Our score, or no score here between Musselman and Hedgesville. Eagles come to the plate for the first time here in the bottom half of the first inning, which is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. We're going to see Kai Dunbar on the mound for Musselman, and we'll see this talented Hedgesville lineup.
Yeah, you've seen what they can do at times this year. You've seen in the Martinsburg game where they were able to string together a lot of base hits in a row, square a lot of baseballs up against a very good pitcher in Christian Alter, and we also see it kind of go flat like the Jacqueline had that Coach Grove was talking about, and they certainly wanted to end this season on a high note. You want to end with a. If you're going to play 3 games and you're no around, you're going to hit the ball. You're going to bat 12 times. You'd like to think that you could, get a couple of hits each game and go into the playoffs, feeling pretty confident about yourself. So these at-bats are important. We talk about the game not being all that important, but it's very important for these guys. As high school coaches, as summer coaches, this age, anybody coaches this age group, they'll tell you how psychological this game is between the years and how big, keeping these young men confident in their abilities is.
Well, Noah Brown will lead things off, and the first pitch from Dunbar is a little bit high for ball 1. Noah Brown, the shortstop for Hedgesville this season, transitioning into that role after as the next pitch misses outside for ball 2. With the graduations, so Brown moving over to short and has played well.
Yeah, he's done a great job this year, coming right in, a two-sport athlete with a, starter on the basketball team, come in a little late, after basketball started and got a little late start of practice, but come right in and just really had a great, solid season out there on shortstop.
2-0 pitch hits the zone for strike one, 2-1 count. Landon Pence, another basketball player, batting in the 2 spot. And the 2-1 to Brown is a swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah,
So Noah has an even count.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pitch that was the out pitch that Wolf used against Boyles and Myers, that fastball that kind of works away. It may have been a slider there, I'm not sure, but it definitely moved away from Brown a little bit.
Dunbar on 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets Noah Brown to strike out swinging. Guy Dunbar's got his first strikeout of the night. Tripp, a younger guy that's pitched pretty well this season for the Applemen.
Yeah, he's had to grow up fast. Like I said, that schedule that Josh put together was just Coach Josh Hartman put together was just a really tough schedule this year for them. Like you said, he'd been all over the state, played some really good games in the in-state, and they play in that. A lot of teams from Virginia, and they're legitimate quality baseball teams.
First pitch to Pence is off-speed pitch that hits the top of the zone for strike 1. 0-1 count here on Landon Pence, the center fielder. The next pitch called strike 2 at the knees. That time running away from Pence, and Dunbar works ahead here 0-2.
Yeah, Dunbar's using that. If he can keep that pitch down there around the knees on the outer half of the plate, he'll be successful tonight.
The 0-2, a little bit high that time, and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the first inning between Hedgesville and Musselman. No score between the two teams. 1-2 count here on Landon Pence with 1 down. And Dunbar's next pitch on 1-2, called strike 3. So it's back-to-back strikeouts for Dunbar. And that'll send Connor Quinn to the plate.
Yeah, I think that was a situation where McClintock was kind of holding the glove up like he wanted it up and kind of fooled him as he come in with looked like a pitch that moved a bit. Probably it looks like a slider he's using here to freeze both of these hitters and to get. Well, he froze actually. He froze, Pence, but he got Noah Brown swinging on that pitch. So it's working for him tonight, and he is he's hitting his spots. I mean, he's hitting the glove right where McClintock is setting up. If you can hit your spots, you can certainly be successful in the pitcher's mound.
I believe it was Kai Dunbar who was supposed to start, or he did start, but he started against East Hardy in a game that we were supposed to have, but then things didn't really go as planned with our equipment. And I remember him being very excited to pitch on TV, so he gets that opportunity here tonight, and so far he looks pretty good. 0-1 count with 2 down. And that one misses low for ball 1.
Big week for Hedgesville baseball as a whole, with Chase DeLauder getting the home run with the Akron Ducks, and Kyle West, alumni, just getting multiple accolades up at WVU.
1-1 popped up toward right field, chasing after it is Gaines, and Gaines makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 goes Hedgesville, and we'll head to the top of the second with no score between Hedgesville and Musselman. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, where accident, injury, and disability lawyers with over 120 years combined local trial experience. When injury or illness has stopped you from working, you may be eligible for Social Security disability. Ron Harmon has been winning disability claims for over a quarter of a century. Don't hire some out-of-state firm. Ron Harmon's in Martinsburg. He will meet with you right here in our office. Get a local lawyer you can trust. Call 304-LAWYERS for a free consultation. 304-LAWYERS or 304-263-0900.
Top of the second inning brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg, a nice place to do business. As we enter this top half of the second, it is Hedgesville pitching to Musselman. No score between the two teams. Ian Wolf, the birthday boy, out on the mound. Great first inning for him, Trip. Great pitching from both sides in that first inning.
Yeah, great pitching. Both pitchers had 2 walks. Two strikeouts, no walks. And other than the single back up the middle of Watt McClintock, it was a very clean inning as the lines are pretty good right now. As one hit given up by Ian Wolf, and then Kai Dunbar comes out and gets a 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. So both pitchers looking pretty good at the moment.
So Wyatt Levy will lead things off. It's the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up in the Musselman lineup. And Ian Wolf, the right-hander, delivers the next pitch low for ball 1. Levy playing third base here tonight, followed by Gill, the shortstop, and Hinchman, the left fielder. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hand came off the bat. It was a one-handed swing. It's a little slippery out there, a little wetter tonight, or a little hotter tonight. You get sweaty and wet hand there, but young man doesn't use any batting gloves.
Yeah, definitely an interesting approach here on the 1-1. This is outside 2-1. It's wet last night. Had a lot of rain, but
if you look really close at Levy's hands, if you can get on there, he has his pinky and his pointer finger, his index finger, and his hands wrapped together when his swing. So when you look down and look at his hands, his pinky and his index finger are locked together. This will be something that helps him feel more comfortable, or get his wrist, in the lock position.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, it's kind of different. 2-2 pitch, hit hard but foul down that third baseline.
I think Coach Hartman would have had a shot at that 20 years ago. His reflexes were a little better, but today he just kind of got out of the way of that. As you see him down there smiling, saying, "Yeah, I'm not taking that one off the kneecap."
Don't blame him.
Ball's hit pretty hard, fastball in. He turned on it, and not a lot of room between third base and the dugout there as it had.
The 2-2 pitch. Again, fouled away. So good at bat here by Wyatt as fights off some pitches here against Ian Wolf and making it a competitive at bat, which that first inning he didn't have to work too hard out there on the mound. He did give up the single, but Musselman was pretty aggressive at the plate. The 2-2 pitch popped up and headed foul down that first base line and out of play. Nobody able to get to it. Pedersen was tracking, but dipped into that bullpen of Hedgesville, and the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the second inning, no score between Musselman and Hedgesville. The next pitch from Wolf, a little bit low for ball 3.
We can't tell high or low, but it crossed the plate from up here, so it definitely had to be just low. A great 2-2 pitch there.
The 3-2 from Wolf. Hit hard. Tracking after it is Landon Pence in center field. It's going to stay in the park here at Hedgesville, and Pence makes the play for the first out.
That was a great at bat, though, by Lee. He fouled some pitches off, got a pitch he could handle, and if he hits it anywhere but there, it's a 4-bagger. He hit it 100% right back up the middle, right to the batter's eye. So it's a great at bat there. He didn't get much to show for it, but an F8. But it was a great at bat and forced Wolf to show some pitches there.
Right. Yeah, that's the one good thing. Sometimes those long at bats, as Gill takes the first pitch for strike 1, they can come back and either help your teammates out because they get to see more pitches, or help yourself out later in the game. And, of course, you can get to the bullpen a little bit earlier as well, as the 0-1 hit on the ground toward third, but foul down that third base line as chasing after it was Manor.
Yeah, that pitch was something off speed away from Gill, and he just kind of got long with that swing, got around it, got out on his front foot, and just kind of waved the bat at it and fought it off. He almost got one down the line there.
Yeah, it was close. Definitely had a shot at it there as the next pitch is fouled away by Cam Gill.
Cam Gill played a lot of shortstop this year for Musselman, coming over from Washington. See all the stickers on his helmets for this awards and accolades he's been awarded this year.
The 0-2 pitch from Wolf, high for ball one.
Cam's a story where he was at Jefferson in a similar situation, hurt his shoulder like Myers did, but ended up having to have surgery and lost about a year and a half of baseball.
1-2 is low for ball two.
Had a quality year last year at Washington and having a good year this year at Musselman to cap off his high school career.
Gill stands in now on 2-2, and that one just missed for ball three. Pretty good pitch again from Wolf on a 2-2 count. Definitely making the batter think about it, and probably the umpire as well.
Yeah, it was just off the plate, fastball.
The 3-2 from Ian Wolf is hit hard into right center field, and Pedersen will make the play for the second out. So, back-to-back flyouts here to begin the second inning, and we head to Hinchman.
Another long count. Musselman's generally a team that gets the ball in play pretty quick. They don't see a tremendous amount of pitches, but here tonight they've had a couple long at-bats in this inning where they were 3-2 and a few foul balls, and you've seen where Gill had run the count to 3-2, so that'll get your pitch count up pretty quick and get into your bullpen if Musselman can continue to do that.
First pitch here from Ian Wolf is a called strike one. And the 0-1 from Wolf to Hinchman, fouled away. So we'll see if we see another long at bat here in the second inning, or if Ian Wolf can get out of things here quickly on an 0-2 count. No score between Musselman and Hedgesville here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. The pitch from Ian Wolf on 0-2 to Hinchman is a little bit low for ball one.
It would do Wolf good if he would do. He has that when he comes set, he comes up and he kind of double kicks that leg and gathers himself. If every now and then he would just quick pitch, that would kind of throw you off, wouldn't it? If he add that to his arsenal.
The 1-2 foul tipped.
Got Trineri pretty good on that curveball that Hinchman almost struck out on. He just got a piece of it enough to come in. Looks like it might have gotten Trineri in the hand a little bit. So he's rubbing it as the ball come off the bat, come down. But yeah, Wolf he comes up, he comes set, lifts his knee. He looks like he's going to set it back down, lifts it back up, gathers himself, and goes. So the batter's kind of set on that tempo. If he were, and of course, hitting his timing, and he could probably upset a little bit of that timing. We see Jason Myers sometimes go with a quick pitch. But Wolf comes up, and here he comes.
The next pitch is a swing and a miss for strike three, and Wolf gets the strikeout, his third of the day. We head to the bottom half of the second. No score between Musselman and Hedgesville. The Applemen come to the plate, the Eagles come to the plate. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Bring you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. No score between Musselman and Hedgesville as we head into the bottom half of the second inning, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg.
Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for those at home, Colin was doing the YMCA behind us in the break, if you could hear it, but tried to turn the camera around, but I thought they'd probably rather just look at the warm-up pitches.
Yeah. I don't know if watching Colin's dance moves would really do too much for the audience at home, but
probably hurt the ratings.
I would imagine so, yeah. Dunbar delivers a first pitch strike here to Ian Wolf. But, it would maybe also add some life to the early part of the game, get some excitement in the crowd.
He is a single famous male here in the area, looking for love in all the wrong places.
I guess so, yeah. 0-2 count.
See if Wolf's going to have one of these birthday boy kind of days here. Sometimes it gives you a little added incentive. And Coach Grove said he was working on a few things on the mound. It looks like he's got them worked out as he's worked 2 really good innings here.
Yeah, so far he's looked good pitching, but he strikes out swinging here as Dunbar gets him on an elevated fastball.
Dunbar's matching him pitch for pitch here.
Yeah. Already 3 strikeouts for Kai Dunbar.
Yep.
Dylan chimes in and says The Bachelor starring Colin McLaughlin coming this fall to TV 10. I don't know if we can use that title, but we may have to consider something like that for Colin. This one popped up toward second as Gilbert makes the play for out number 2.
Yeah, Dunbar's matching him, strikeout for strikeout, and actually, hasn't given up, hasn't allowed a base runner. So, the young man out there doing what's expected of him. As Coach Josh Hartman said, he had a lot of faith in this young man. So, he's out there getting it done.
0-1 count here with 2 down.
Looks like the sun is no longer a factor in the outfield, which is good.
And Dunham pops it up toward right field, and making a nice play on the run was Ryder Gaines for the final out of the inning. So Hedgesville goes down quickly, and we head to the third. Still no score between Musselman and Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10. We're back in 60 seconds.
Conservative Patrick Morrissey had to work his way up, the son of a U.S. steelworker and a VA nurse. Now the liberal swamp attacks him because he fights for us. Chris Miller and More Capito are spending millions lying about Morrissey's conservative record. Did you know they are third-generation politicians? Who do you think they will fight for? Morrissey has defeated radical transgender policies, and he's fighting to keep men out of women's sports. Take it from female swimmer Riley Gaines.
This is an attorney general who has been on the forefront of not just protecting women's sports, but really protecting women, protecting parental rights, the safeguarding of children. So thank you to Attorney General Morrissey for his dedication and perseverance.
The swamp attacks Morrissey because he protects our kids. Morrissey's endorsed by conservative groups, West Virginians for Life, the NRA, the West Virginia Coal Association, the Farm Bureau, and West Virginia Sheriffs. Don't believe the swamp's lies. Morrissey's our proven conservative. Fighter, winner.
Paid for by Morrissey 2024.
We're welcoming you back here to Hedgesville. No score between the Applemen and the Eagles. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Tom McLaughlin on camera. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop, as we begin the top of the third inning here. Brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing. Still no score, and Musselman coming to the plate. It's Gaines, Gilbert, and Lohr due up here, Trip, for the Applemen.
Yep, getting down the opposite. Here's to see if they can get the see if he can get the. It's going to be the first team. I think the team that can turn this lineup over is going to be get the first advantage here. If a couple of these guys here at the bottom can get can get on and get on, give out Laura an opportunity for RBIs, that's going to be a big plus for Musselman.
That pitch misses low for ball one. We saw Wyatt McClintock start the game with a one-out single back in the first for Musselman, where it looked like maybe they would get something going. They got the runner in scoring position, but Ian Wolf shut him down after that. The next pitch here from Wolf is outside for ball two. And I think another thing to note with these two teams seeing each other next week in sectionals, pitchers, even if they're dominating, may not pitch as long as they want to, because Musselman, first of all, just needs more guys to get reps. Wolf, on the other hand, they're probably not going to use him next week, at least in that first matchup. So they might as well throw him, as much as he can here tonight, I would think.
Yeah, that's what you heard Coach Grove say, that, they're trying to get their rotation set up in 4 or 5 days rest, and, Wolf's not going to start game one, so I assume we'll see, Gerard and possibly Elliott. I mean, they've got some pitching over there.
This one hit toward shortstop. Brown gets to it cleanly, makes the throw to first in time for the first out of the inning. So hitters count, but Gaines can't do anything with it.
Yeah, that was a hard 90 from Ratters. He got down that line, ground ball, pretty sharply hit, and he made it a play. He made Noah, rush a little bit there. What you want to do is you want to force the defense to speed up, and he certainly did that.
I'll bring Gilbert to the plate with one down here in the third. The next pitch from Ian Wolf is a called strike.
Jefferson's final was 18-3 at Moorfield.
So they got both wins today.
Mm-hmm. Taking them to 19.
Yeah, Jefferson definitely playing good baseball heading in to the sectional tournament. They'll have Hampshire in the first round. It's first time in probably a long time that they didn't get that bye.
It's been a while.
There's one low for ball two. But
back in the days of, some will remember Panch, DeLauder, and Pine, and that some of those guys coming through, and Washington was a really tough out.
2-1. Weird play over there at second from Cash Dunham. He didn't know how to play it from his fellow second baseman Isaac Gilbert, as it kind of took a weird bounce, and then he didn't ever get a glove on it, then went for the barehanded grab and then couldn't make the snag, and it falls in. So error there allows Gilbert to reach.
Yeah, I believe his only shot there, as softly as that thing was kind of lined out there, was to come and get it. Then when he set back, even if he makes the play, it's going to be really close, because it just really wasn't hit that hard, and it kind of hung in the air, and he decided to take a step back, and then it really kicked to the left.
They just didn't read it very well, but that ball was hit hard, but it was off the glove of Wolf, and it could be two. And an excellent play from Hedgesville. Noah Brown steps on second for one and fires to first for the out. But give credit to Ian Wolf. If he doesn't get a glove on that one, that's into center field for a base hit. But with the glove deflection, it allowed Brown to get to the ball, and then an excellent play on the defensive end. So Eagles get out of the inning, and we head to the bottom of the third. Still no score between Musselman and Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes, and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Hedgesville Baseball Complex. No score between Musselman and Hedgesville as we head to the bottom half of the third inning, which is brought to you by Modern Realty Results, Century 21. Modern Realty Results, if you're looking for a home in the tri-state, they have you covered. trip. So far, we got a good pitcher's duel, some good defensive plays being made as well, and we're going to see the 7-8-9 due up for Hedgesville so far. They've been going down 1-2-3, 1-2-3.
Yeah, got no score here in the third. We got no score in the top of the first. Washington is playing Loudoun Valley. Already today, Martinsburg has defeated Smithsburg 14-6 to improve to 26-2. And Jefferson has completed a two-game sweep of Moorfield. First game 9-1, second game 18-3, improved their record to 19-10. So the EPAC teams are making a showing here today.
It's left fielder Mason Carter to lead things off, followed by right fielder Brett Pedersen and Trent Canerium in the 9 spot. 1-1 count.
Mason Carter's a great story. Came over from Musselman and was in the batting cage over the winter and was pitching to one of the Hedgesville fellas who lined out of the ball back. He just got outside the pitching net there and just got struck in the head and suffered a pretty traumatic injury there, and he was able to come back from that after a big-time scare to us and here in the baseball community, his mom and dad, and here he is playing, and just prayers answered there.
Yeah, it's obviously great to see him out there. And
yeah, I mean, we've all been in that cage. We've all had those near, we got hung out a little bit, the line drive zings it back through, and you say, oh, I felt that one, or, that one went by me, here and there. But, he just happened to just got squared up. And, I mean, it was a very, very serious injury and scary time. But we just thankful that he's out here and he's able to play and healthy and contribute here on his baseball team.
2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, tough pitch from Dunbar, who continues to pitch tremendously through this Hedgesville lineup that 1 through 9 are all guys that have contributed throughout the season. As there's a strikeout swinging, that's strikeout number 4 on the night. And Brett Pedersen will come to plate. Talking about Pedersen and Canerium in these 8-9 spots trip. These were guys that last season were a huge part of the reason why Hedgesville played for the state championship a year ago.
Yeah, both these guys, kind of having an off year. Surprisingly, they both have tremendous abilities, and we know what they can do. We've seen it. Both have power. But at the moment, baseball's a funny thing where it can get in your head and cause you to lose that confidence, and it's really hard to play this game, without confidence and slip into these slumps. And like I said earlier, one of the biggest things that high school coaches or coaches this age group have to do is continue to, build these guys up and keep their confidence up. And we'll just hopefully maybe Pedersen here can fight out of a little bit of a slump he'd been in off and on this season. Seen flashes of brilliance and what he can do and what we saw him do last year all the way up to the state championship game. And Hedgesville would like to see him get back to that as well as myself.
2-1 count with 1 down. A little bit outside for ball 3, so Pedersen has got work ahead and could be finding his way on base here for Hedgesville to possibly give them a spark here.
He's in that 31-20 hitters count, that 3-1-2-0 count.
And the 3-1 pitch to Pedersen is hit hard out toward left field. Chasing after it is Hinchman. And he'll track it down to make the play. As it almost got away from him, it seemed like they're late, but Pedersen with a long pop out to left field.
Yeah, he just got under. They had plenty of a pop on that swing. Good exit velo, just straight up in the air, way too much air under it, and still drove it a good 300 feet down there near that Titan barbecue sign.
So I'll bring Trent Canerium to the plate, and Canerium will swing through that pitch. Strike 1 as it fooled him on the off speed to begin the at-bat.
Canerium, same thing as Patterson. Tremendous ability there. Worked his way in the lineup last year. Played third, played catcher, and made it all the way to the state title game and produced. And like I said, this game is so tough. If you've never played it, or if you've never, when this game gets in your head, it can reduce the best of players down to feeling like that they can't compete, and they just have to hit their way out of it and stay in there and just keep swinging.
1-1 pitch to Canerium, and he's going to lift this one to center field, but it's right at the center fielder, Kyle Lohr. for the final out of the third. So it's on to the fourth. Still no score between Hedgesville and Musselman. Good game here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60 seconds with the Applemen coming to the plate.
We're the Skinner brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Carter Myers Automotive is celebrating 100 years at CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. Join our celebration by donating canned goods to help us feed 100 local families a day and get some of the best deals of the year. Right now, get up to $2,500 off MSRP on a new 2024 Camry. Or check out a new 2024 Tundra and get up to $4,700 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA'sToyotaofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
We're welcoming you back here to Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Still no score here between Hedgesville and Musselman as we head to the fourth inning. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Kyle McLaughlin, our cameraman, back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. Trip, Ian Wolf dominating. Kai Dunbar dominating as well. Lineups have struggled. Wyatt McClintock has a single. And that's the only damage that Musselman's really done so far, besides a few base runners, with Gilbert reaching on probably what would be ruled an error on kind of a weird play, hit toward Dunham. But McClintock, the catcher, he has the single bang in the first. It was a well-hit single out towards center, and other than that, we haven't seen too much offense from a high-powered Musselman offense.
No, I mean, it's been surprisingly that these two teams have been held down through the lineup the first time through. But second time through, we'll see what happens here as McClintock comes in. But speaking of Hedgesville alumni, we talk about some of the guys that graduated from here. Josh Rush graduated from here, and he ended up moving up to Wheeling. His first pitch there when McClintock swung through. Going up to Wheeling after Alderson Broadus shut down, and had his home run there a couple weeks ago, and immediately after that ends up having season-ending surgery. So hopefully he's getting well. I'm going to need him this summer to hit some IO to the Junior Hornets, as he's an assistant coach out there with Ryan Childs. So get better out there, Josh. Get back on the field. We need you.
1-1 count here on Wyatt McClintock. Ian Wolf looks into his catcher, Trent Canerium, and delivers the 1-1, and that one fouled away. McClintock made good contact, but it's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Nobody out to lead off this fourth inning. At top of the fourth. As here's the 1-2 from Wolf. Misses outside for ball two. Top of the fourth is brought to you by the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Company's reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today, or visit fmiwv.com. The 2-2 pitch. Chopped off the plate and foul.
McClintock took that one out of Canarium's glove as he waited as long as he could. You can let an outside pitch travel, but that inside pitch is, when it gets in on you and you're late, it gets up on them hands pretty quick, and he was able just to kind of beat it in the ground. So fighting it off and living to see another pitch, once again forcing Wolf into longer counts.
Time called this time by Wyatt McClintock. So getting ready for the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. No score between Hedgesville and Musselman here in the fourth inning. And Ian Wolf delivers on 2-2, a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 3.
So though he's got 6 pitches to McClintock at the moment, Wolf is at, I believe, about 52 pitches, as opposed to after 3 innings, Dunbar's at 31.
And Dunbar's been cruising so far against a talented Hedgesville lineup. 3-2 counts
for Dunbar, 3 strikeouts for Wolf. 1 hit for Wolf. Zeros across the board at Dunbar's line.
Thought we weren't supposed to talk about that. That's true.
I didn't say anything. I just said there was good outing.
3-2. Swing and miss, strike three from Wyatt McClintock going down with the strikeout swinging. And that will lead Terrion Boyles to the plate.
We've got a couple pitchers throwing shutouts is all I know. As Wolf gets the better of McClintock that time, so Wolf able to
win that battle
against, as we've seen the foul ball back there from Boyles, win that battle that he lost earlier when he got the ball up and out over the plate for McClintock to put it back through the middle. Certainly a mistake pitch. He didn't want it up and out there, and this time he avoided that area and was able to eventually get him to bite on something up and in.
So Boyles is going to call time here, reset himself in the box, but you could argue that play to end the third inning was one of the harder hit balls here tonight as Boyles gives this one a ride toward left center. Both guys chasing after it. Mason Carter makes the play for the second out. But Kyle Rohr, other than the McClintock hit, sent one up the middle, and Ian Wolf just got a piece of it on the glove, which allowed it to bounce to Noah Brown, and Brown made a great play to double him up, which how often do you talk about a double play for Kyle Rohr? It doesn't happen very often. But obviously, scenario there with it being hit right up the middle and right to Brown ultimately. A great defensive play. So we've seen great pitching, we've seen great defense. Just haven't seen a whole lot of offense, but overall it's been an entertaining game here between Musselman and Hedgesville. 0-1 count here with 2 down on Myers, and the next pitch from the right-hander Wolf is popped up. Again, Musselman gets good contact. Myers frustrated with it as Noah Brown will make the play. So a tough inning for for Musselman as they go 1-2-3 once again. And we will head to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score between Musselman and Hedgesville. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Fourth inning between Hedgesville and Musselman. No score between the two teams. Dunbar remains the pitcher for the Applemen as we head to the fourth. And it's the top of the order due up for Hedgesville. Noah Brown, Landon Pence, and Connor Quinn. It's been all pitching so far between the two teams. There's no score between Musselman and Hedgesville. Brown last time he struck out swinging. Pence struck out looking. And Quinn was out on, I believe, a flyout. So,
yeah, I mean, second time through, you thought maybe the Applemen, as well disciplined as they are at the plate, those top 4 or 5 hitters there at least, would have maybe solved the mystery that is Ian Wolf, but he actually had one of his best innings last inning, striking out McClintock after McClintock had the only hit off of him, and then getting 2 soft fly ball outs on, early counts to help with that pitch count of his.
Yeah, especially against, the guys he was facing with Jason Myers and Boyles, 2 of the better hitters in the EPAC. To get both of them to pop out is definitely impressive. Dunbar's pitch here misses.
Musselman had talked about getting some other guys some work, but we've yet to see anybody get in the bullpen as Dunbar's throwing a gem.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to take him out if he continues to pitch like this, as the next one is swing and a miss for a strike.
Yeah, he got browned earlier on the pitch that was tailing away on him there, or either a cut fastball or a slider or something that's moving away, and he got him again on that pitch.
1-1 hit toward third for Levy, and he makes the throw, and a great play over there by first from Myers to scoop it out and get the out.
Yeah, Myers does an excellent job of helping his infielders over there. He's tall, he's lanky, he's right-handed, he digs the ball well, he holds runners well, and so he's a really good receiving first baseman over there, and he was a great play by Levy. That ball stayed down, and it just worm burned across there, and he kept the glove down the backhand, made a great throw, and a little help from his friends over at first, and back. Now we're seeing the number 2 batter.
Yeah, Landon Pence, who struck out his first time, takes that first pitch high for ball 1. 1-0 count. Next pitch from Dunbar is just outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out here in the 4th. No score between Hedgesville and Musselman. These 2 teams going at it once again next week on Tuesday in the first round of the sectional tournament. And the 2-0, it's a double elimination tournament. Here's a pop fly out and play just to the left of the Hedgesville bleachers. But 2-1 count here, and Tripp, if this is any indication what we'll see between these 2 teams on Tuesday, it should be a really good game, obviously. And I think it's very tough, if you were ranking this matchup and having to decide, okay, should Hedgesville get home field or should Musselman? And it's one of these moments where maybe you'd like to see this game to tell a little bit more of the story, because 11-1, what we saw the first time around, I don't think we'll see that again between these 2 teams if they see each other more than once in this playoff.
Yeah, I'm not sure we see it in the sectionals across the board unless we get really deep into the when everybody has a loss and we get 4 or 5 games deep into it, or 3 or 4 games deep into it, you're going to see some pretty strong pitching, I think.
2-2 pitch is popped up towards second and right, and it falls in. Neither Gaines or Gilbert able to call him off, and that will fall in and break up the perfect game at the very least, maybe even the no-hitter as well.
Definitely playable. Definitely a heartbreaker there for Dunbar. He was cruising along there and facing the minimum, and just a miscommunication between those two, the right fielder, second baseman, as it was a playable ball. Just the right fielder's ball. I mean, it's just call it like it is. It's just the right fielder's ball to come out there and make that play. Unfortunately, sometimes you get, second baseman we don't know what was said or the communication out there, but a lack of it, let the ball drop in between right and second baseman.
Quinn with a healthy cut at that one for strike 1. Typically we do maybe hear it if it is a big call off, and you didn't hear anything. At least I didn't hear anything. So, it seemed like a miscommunication there of nobody calling it, and then everybody kind of thinking in their head, oh, he's going to get it or he's going to get it, and neither of them got it. So that's a tough one there for Dunbar. That's a tough one for Musselman, but for Hedgesville now could completely flip the script of the game if a runner in scoring position and just 1 out, and being at the top of your order with the 3-hole hitter Connor Quinn, who can be an RBI machine for Hedgesville in this 3 spot. So,
yep, we see it. But, we see that play at the big leagues. It drops in. It's second base comes back, taking charge, drift, and then suddenly it's getting out of his range and gives away to the right fielder. And we see it from little league all the way to the majors. It just happens.
One pitch hit hard up the middle, going to be a tough play for Musselman. They won't get there. And Quinn is going to drive in the first run of the game, and now that ball is going to roll all the way almost to the wall as Kyle Lohr can get a glove on it in center. So the Eagles are on the board here first with an RBI double, or maybe a single with an error for Connor Quinn, but either way, he definitely now has that first hit, and Hedgesville has the 1-0 lead here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, it went right back out the middle, clean single. And at this point, Kyle Lohr wanted to come up throwing, it bounced, hopped, and next thing you know, it hopped over his glove, and he turned and had to chase it. And looks like that we're going to get a runner, or actually, you can't run for the DH. So,
right.
So 21 has entered the game. Matt Johns has entered the game at this point. I'm sure that depending on situation, Quinn could re-enter. But right now you have Matt Johns on second base and a 1-0 lead. As Hedgesville has.
Yeah, maybe they're feeling too, like with how the game's going, you may not get back to the DH with how good Dunbar's been. I mean, you probably would still get another at-bat, but at least not for a while, so you get a little bit more speed out there and give your chance now to add on while you can if you're Hedgesville. 1-0 lead.
It gets back to him. I'm sure you'll probably see it return. See him return the game.
Wolf will foul this one away.
It's a hard luck run for Dunbar, as it was a soft bloop that gets in, and then, more than likely they keep Quinn at first if Lore comes up with it, and Myers was in for the cut, but more just the hard ground out there just kicked over his glove, and it allowed Quinn to move up in scoring position.
Wolf will take this one low for a ball, and who knows if you get the out there like you probably should have in right field, Dunbar might have been able to get Quinn out, because it changes the way he's pitching, the way he's thinking out there on the mound with no runner on the base pass compared to a runner on second. 1-1 pitch with one out and time called. So Musselman's defense at times has been a little bit shaky, and that's something that they'll definitely want to improve on as they head into postseason. 2 balls, 1 strike count here on Ian Wolf of a runner on second base. The next pitch from Dunbar slides out of the zone for ball 3.
And sometimes you're cruising along, as Dunbar is, and then things just come unhinged, and you can't regain your composure or get back the groove that you were in. If he loses this batter, you might see a mound visit to say, hey, you're in command out here. Just a couple fluke things have happened.
The 3-1 pitch called strike 2. So Wolf doesn't draw the walk, and still an opportunity here for Dunbar to get the out with 1 down and a runner on second base and a 1-0 lead. Hedges on the bottom of the 4th. The next pitch from Dunbar, lifted out toward left center field. That's going to be extra bases, and Ian Wolf hits it off the wall out there in left center with the RBI double for the birthday boy. And it's a 2-0 Hedgesville lead.
Back-to-back base hits. 3-2 count there for Wolf, and he jumped on that pitch, sent it into the gap. And like I said, we'll probably get the pitching. He'll come out and have a little talk with Dunbar, as you hit a nail on the head when the ball dropped. And out there you said, this could flip the switch and the script, for the game here. And as of now, it has, as the little bit of life that was given to them with the bloop single, miscommunication bloop single by Landon Pence has opened the door for a base hit single, but was an error single that turned into a double because of the error in the outfield. And now we've seen a solid double off the WVU Medicine sign out there in left center gap.
Yeah, so Ian Wolf now will be pitching with the lead as well, and a 2-0 lead in this game feels like 10-0. How this game's kind of gone so far with Wolf out there. So every run is big during this little stretch, but still a lot of baseball left to be played. We know Musselman can put up runs in a hurry as well. So
yeah, plus he's a 2-0 lead, plus he just hit a double, so he's feeling really good. And when you can get your pitcher out there in the right state of mind, like I said, I've said it over already too many times, this game is just the mental game at this level. It's just tremendous.
Pitch here to Mason Elliott is outside for ball 1. He'll be a candidate to start on Tuesday against Musselman, you would presume.
Yeah, I mean,
and Elliott and Girardin.
Yeah, if they're not going to throw Wolf, I think you're looking at Girardin or Elliott for sure.
1-0 pitch, hit hard on the ground towards short. Gill will throw to third. The tag is in time for the out. So 2 outs here in the inning.
Excuse me, the courtesy runner, Kasem Plogger, there made a mistake So Hedgesville having a base running mistake there. That would have been a really tough play for Gill to find, to take that and turn and throw all the way across his body to first to get the speedy Elliott. Instead, he had a shorter throw to the side that he was going to. The momentum took him, and he just threw it over to Levy for the tag out, and probably cost Elliott a base hit, and runners on first and second, one out.
So I bring Cash Dunham to the plate, who flew out to right field his first time up in a 2-0. It just will leave a runner on first here.
Could flip the script on this inning, as you say.
Yeah, definitely could still, but looked like that base running mistake probably obviously helps Musselman, like you said. I don't know if Gill's going to be able to make that throw in the gap between the 5-6 hole. Yeah, that's a very difficult play to make. 0-2 count here on Dunham. I'm sorry, 1-1 count, I believe it should be. Is this one now in there for a strike? So 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Scoreboard operator messed you up.
That happens. I shouldn't rely on the scoreboard. Runner takes his lead. The next pitch is high.
See if we can get it from the umpire.
I believe it should be 2-2.
He's not giving us anything, is he? Tapley behind the plate. Calling time. Going to ask for the count also from the 2-2. 2-2. Scoreboard's right now as Tapley is. Everybody squared away. We got 2-2 count.
Yep.
2 outs. 2-0.
And Cash Dunham at the plate. Dunbar wearing number 2 delivers on 2-2, and he throws it in the dirt, gets away from the catcher McClintock, and the runner will take second base. So runner back in scoring position here, 2 down for Hedgesville, and now a 3-2 count for Cash Dunham at the plate, who flew out his first time, and the young second baseman have an opportunity to drive in another run for the Eagles as they have taken a 2-0 lead here in the 4th inning. After Kai Dunbar had a perfect game heading into this inning. The next pitch on 3-2 is hit on the ground toward third. Levy gets to it, throws to first with a strong arm. Good stretch by Myers, and that's the final out of the inning. But Hedgesville does plate 2. It's 2-0 Eagles. We'll head to the 5th. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 1 minute.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
We into the 5th. It is 2-0. Hedgesville on top of Musselman here at the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin, Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman, back in the studio. Dylan Bishop here in this 5th inning. And Ian Wolf out there on the mound here to begin the 5th inning trip. And so far, Wolf really good out there for Hedgesville. And see if Musselman can get some offense going after Hedgesville took a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it's been a great pitching duel here through 4. And you got the lines now as we can talk about. Earlier we didn't want to say too much about the perfect game that young Dunbar had going through the first 3 innings. But after 4 innings, 4 innings complete, Elliott's 4 innings pitched, 1 hit, no hit, or 1 hit, no runs, none earned, 4 strikeouts, no walks. As he now has thrown his 58th pitch, 38 for strikes. Had number 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, and also no walks.
This one hit well. Carrying out in left field, but making a good play on the run is Mason Carter. So Levy's retired with the long fly out to left. And that's now 3 straight hit in the air and played by a Eagle defender. So overall, it's the 4th straight retired after the error. I'm sorry, 5th straight retired after the error. Back to the 3rd. Cam Gill coming to the plate. And Wolf, big reason why Hedgesville has this 2-0 lead instead of a 1-0 lead, as he had the RBI double in that last half inning. 0-1 count here on Gill. And the next pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Here in the top of the 5th.
Levy's hit the ball well both times. Flew out to center, flew out to left. Both times sending the outfielders backpedaling towards the wall. Just not quite enough to get it over their heads.
1-1 count. Next pitch from Wolf, low for ball 2. And depending on the night, this park can play kind of small in terms of you see some balls leave the yard. Hitters park in some ways, depending on, of course, pitching and all that as well. But this one misses outside for ball 3. And we'll have a mound visit here as Wolf giving up some hard contact and now getting behind in this at-bat. 3-1. Spring Mills lost to Kaiser 9-4. So, tough one for the Cardinals.
The Wolf's 63rd pitch draws a meeting from pitching coach. Come out to have a word. Maybe they've seen something with his delivery or something they had tweaked, but Wolf's all smiles still. Birthday boy out there still throwing it and helped himself at the plate. So it's feeling pretty good.
Pitch from Wolf, hit hard on the ground, past the glove of the shortstop Noah Brown and into left field. So Cam Gill with a 1-out single, and Musselman has its first hit since the first inning.
Yeah, just pushed out into the 5-6 hole there. Got a fastball down. He went down with it. Got some contact and got through the hole there between Maynard and Brown. Brown give chase to the outfield grass, but just got under his glove and out into left field for a 1-out single.
So I'll bring Hinchman to the plate, who struck out his first time. And the first pitch to him is a called strike 1. 0-1 count. 2-0 Hedgesville lead here, top half of the 5th between Musselman and Hedgesville. Big lead over there, and the runner takes off. Throw down to second on Gill's steal attempt, and throw was off the line, and that allows Gill to take second base. I think he probably would have been safe anyway, but
he got a really good jump, almost a running jump there as he took off there, and the throw was hit the grass there in front of this covering second baseman. Cash Dunham hopped up and actually got through Noah Brown, the backup, and then right at the knees of Pence.
0-2 is just fouled away.
Pence was able to stop it and minimize the damage there. As now we have Hinchman with the man in scoring position and a couple outs to play with here for Musselman to try to cut this lead in half.
Yeah, how does Ian Wolf respond here to a runner in scoring position for one of the few times here tonight? As Hinchman sends this one into right field, does what he has to do, and that will advance the runner over to third. It's runners on the corners here for Musselman, and still just 1 out. That's a nice single back-to-back hits for the Musselman Applemen, and Gaines coming to the plate.
Yeah, that was a situation where Dunham was holding the runner as Cam Gill was kind of getting some running starts there. He was pushing the shortstop back, then walking it up and kind of juking his way to third. So drew a response from Cash Dunham to come over and keep him close. And doing so, left a big hole open there in the second base position that Henchman was able to push the ball through.
Throw over not in time as Henchman takes that lead.
First and third, we're going to see a little battle of the brains here as we're going to see a 3-1 move by Wolf. As we see a lot of signals from Coach Josh Hartman. Got your number 8 batter up. Man on first and third, a 2-run deficit for Musselman.
Yeah, bunt here as to be expected as Wolf charges in, throws the first in time as he kind of bobbled a little bit, probably his only play. He gets the second out, but the run does come in to score, so Musselman able to execute well there with the sacrifice, and still just an out to work with here for Isaac Gilbert, who put the ball in play his last time up, so an opportunity here for Musselman to possibly tie the game. With Hitchman on second base.
I like it. I know they're down 2 runs, but you have to score. You have to get that 0 off the board.
Yeah, that gives you that confidence and at least makes Hedgesville think about taking Wolf out with the run given up. It's less likely if he still has no runs on the board that you're going to see the bullpen. See some more pitches here. I think, with plenty of outs to still play with, I think it makes sense. As this one popped out, heading out of play, and it does head out of play down that first base line. So Musselman gets on the board. It's now 2-1. Hedgesville still leading here in the 5th inning.
It was a safety squeeze. You got men on first and third. You got the first baseman Holden. He can't charge. If you get the ball down the line, you got the third baseman who's not charging with the guy on third, so he has to break late. And then the third, Cam Gill gets a good jump, reads the ball down. He scores on the play, leads Wolf with only 1 play. That's the first.
This pitch head hard toward right. Going to be a tough play for Pedersen. That will fall in, hug that right field line, and Musselman has come back to tie the game at 2 with the RBI double for Isaac Gilbert as Pedersen was in pretty close there and right. That ball hung up in the air, but it stayed fair down the line, and Musselman has tied the game at 2. And like we said, Trip, with this offense, it's never over, even if it feels like the other team's rolling on the mound.
Yeah, you're Pedersen. You have to kind of play there. You got a right-handed batter. You generally play deeper in left when you have a right-handed batter and a step or 2 up. And vice versa for the lefty. Now you're going to see Pedersen back with the left-hander up and the left fielder up a step. But pitch was up and away, and Gilbert got some good contact and drove it down to that right field corner for a long double off the wall. So
yeah, initially it almost seemed like one that was going to fall in closer and be playable, but it just kept carrying.
And like you said earlier, this ballpark can play small at times. And Gilbert with showing some muscle, generally a dink and dunk, punch Judy kind of hitter where he finds a hole here and there. The 9-hole hitters are generally like that, but here he showed some 4 or 5 hole power as he drove it over the right fielder's head. Just stayed with the pitch, so just a great job of hitting there from Isaac Gilbert. And when you get production from the bottom of your lineup, that's when you start putting crooked numbers on the board. You start you start to the outs that you think you can get or you're going to get, you don't get. Next thing you know, you're facing Kyle Lohr with 2 outs. So anyway,
and Hedgesville smartly being careful with Lohr, who in this situation probably can drive in a run, and they're just going to intentionally walk him now as it went to 3-0.
Yeah, it went to 3-0. Just go ahead and put him on. Smart move there. You don't want to. If you have to give him 3 straight fastballs down the middle, he's going to make you pay for it. Either certainly, it's baseball, and you only get on base, 7 out of 10 times. But that average can go up real quick when you're given 3 straight fastballs to choose from.
Wyatt McClintock single and a strikeout so far. It doesn't get any easier though for Hedgesville as this lineup, as we know, can really hit, but McClintock will foul this one away on the first pitch.
Hedgesville's playing Elliott back, basically in the hip pocket hold for Lohr, not holding him on traditionally like you would with the runner in front of him. You generally push him back, so traditional defense here for Hedgesville. Left-handed batter, shortstop holding. Second baseman, first baseman back trying to keep anything from going through the hole that might be pulled by Wyatt McClintock.
0-1 from Wolf is lined into right field. That will get down. Pedersen's throw into Elliott. Elliott can't make the turn, and Musselman holds the lead now at 3-2. Wyatt McClintock with the go-ahead RBI single here in the 5th.
Still think it's the right call to put Laura on, even though you have that kind of average base hitter there behind it in McClintock, but you put the force in effect at every base. It allows you to move push your second baseman, your first baseman back to keep anything from going through the hole, and but nothing they can do when you have McClintock who's swinging the hot bat and drives it into right field. Good relay by Patterson, just wasn't turned there by Elliott as he thought about coming home with it, as they're going to replace Wolf. Wolf has 2 runners on base that are his responsibility, and he is went 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts, and the intentional walk given up. As we're going to see, looks like 16 come in. Letts is going to come in and get some work here. Bradley Letts will come in with men on first and third.
So we're going to go ahead and take a 30-second break. When we come back, we'll give you the pitching change and more information on this one and the rest of the game. 3-2 is our score. Hedgesville on top of Musselman. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Which means he can't be pitching.
Yeah.
So should he pitch and then come back around, they can re-enter him, and they could bring somebody from the field, which they may do. At this moment, Letts is in his spot, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's 7 spots away, so could get an inning or out of him or so.
So we welcome you back here. Tripp and I discussing the situation of Ian Wolf coming out of the game, and now Bradley Letts taking over on the mound, and Wolf wasn't in that pitcher DH that we see that can keep them in the game even if they're not pitching. He was just pitching. The DH, Connor Quinn, was being used for third baseman Austin Maynor, so now it's a tough situation where the only place that Wolf can come back into the lineup would be to pinch hit for a pitcher, but then he can't pitch because he's been taken out on the mound. So.
Yeah, I mean, he can come back in. When he comes in, Letts has to go out, and then they have to put someone else on the mound, of course. And I mean, that's a strong possibility that would happen, but
right.
It could happen. So there are ways to get his bat back in the lineup. But for the moment, Bradley Letts is hitting, is in the lineup in the 4 spot for Ian Wolf, and he's inherited first and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, and first you got to get through the Musselman lineup. Letts starts Boyles with a strike as it's the 3-4 guys here possibly coming to the plate with 2 down though in the inning, and runners on the corners for the Applemen, and now a 3-2 Musselman lead here in the 5th. The next pitch from Letts is fouled away.
Seth Kisner's running for Wyatt McClintock, who has at the moment he stayed put at first and third, given maybe they're not wanting to give up an out on the bases with hot hitting, with a very good hitter Taryn Boyles at the plate, but if he does steal the base, he could go up as he takes off here.
Runner takes off, and Hedges will just let him take it here.
I was going to finish is if he does take second, then that gives Boyles the opportunity to give Musselman a 2-run lead. So big at bat here. This is late in the game. I mean, we're talking 5th inning, 6 outs left. If for Hedgesville, should they go down 2 here?
The 1-2 pitch to Boyles, a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Letts gets a huge strikeout. Musselman strands 2, but they do grab the lead here in the 5th inning. It's now 3-2. Musselman on top, and Hedgesville coming back to the plate in what's been a great ball game between Hedgesville and Musselman. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
My name is Chris Glover, and I am running for Family Court Judge. If being a successful Family Court Judge means continuing the antagonistic, combative, contested, traditional litigation that we see today in family court, then I hope to be a complete failure, because I want a family court that's child-centered, that's future-focused, and that brings families together in reconciliation. And reconciliation could be reunification of the family and or healthy co-parenting. I often have couples that will reconcile and completely dismiss their cases because, we've provided them with wraparound services to help them. I am self-funded because my faith teaches me the judicial attributes of independence, impartiality, integrity. When I preserve a family and I make a lot less money as a lawyer, that makes me happy. That's a success for me.
Paid for by Chris Glover for Family Court Judge.
7-8-9 due up for Hedgesville here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Kyle McLaughlin, our cameraman. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Our bottom of the 5th is brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm, West Virginia's premier DUI defense attorney. Visit WestVirginiaDUIlawyers.com. Trip.
Yeah, that last inning, I said they could have got a 2-run. They could have ended up with a 3-run lead, and Hedgesville would have had 9 outs to work with as that inning kind of, with the change of pitchers and things that happened there, had us in the scoreboard. We didn't quite, wasn't all on the same page, but 1-run lead here for Musselman. You got 9 outs here for Hedgesville. We know what they can do with, and they can put up big numbers real fast. But Musselman, who in the beginning had talked to us like they were going to use, a multitude of pitching, has decided to stay with Dunbar here and let him see if he can continue what he started.
He's pitched really, really well. So
yeah, he's pitched great tonight.
Yeah, maybe they feel like getting this win would be good for their some sort of psychological advantage over Hedgesville. You beat them twice.
Mason Carter at the plate, struck out the last time against Dunbar, looking for some revenge.
1-0 pitch here, breaking ball, called strike 1. Carter playing left field here tonight. It's been some good plays out there on left. And sits in here on a 1-1 count.
Wears those pants knee high with the high blue stockings. Makes him look taller than what he is. And he's pretty tall.
1-1 pitch is a called strike 2.
Pedersen on deck, flew out deep to left last time.
Yeah, this probably were for Hedgesville. Some of those guys kind of in some droughts, but certainly quality players here. As a 1-2 pitch misses outside for ball 2, so it won't be an easy 7-8-9 for Dunbar to get through. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the 5th. 3-2. Musselman on top. The next pitch from Dunbar on 2-2 is low in the dirt for ball 3. It's a big at-bat here, Trip, with a 1-run game. Obviously, Hedgesville's momentum. They seem to have taken the momentum in the 4th and then lost it there in the 5th, in the top half. So we'll see if they can gain it back here in the bottom half of the 5th. And the 3-2 pitch from Dunbar is fouled away. So a leadoff walk would certainly do a lot, I feel like, in this point of the game.
Yeah, good at-bat here for Carter. He's seen a lot of pitches. It's going to be the 7th pitch of the at-bat here, I believe, as he's looking to get on any way possible and having an unselfish at-bat here.
And the 3-2 from Dunbar is a breaking ball, called strike 3. Maybe his best pitch of the night as he freezes Mason Carter for the first out of the inning. Now bring Brett Pedersen to the plate.
Struck him out there looking. Carter didn't agree. And now we're going to see Pedersen.
Pedersen will take that one for a call, strike 1. Pedersen has flown out so far.
After the discussion there between Carter and the umpire, he quickly gives that strike. I'm not going to say gives, but certainly was a 50-50 pitch that went against Pedersen. So, you know.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. The next pitch to Brett is a little bit inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Really good pitch there that just missed.
Yeah.
If the thing will run in on Brett for a 2-1 count, it could have went either way.
And the next pitch from Dunbar. Again, a pretty borderline pitch, but it misses for ball 3. So, some tough ones.
He's still hitting his spots. That's right where McClintock set up, just off the plate, and he hit the glove square. So McClintock still, he still hasn't lost his command.
Next pitch from Dunbar on 3-1, and Pedersen whips this one into left field. That's a base hit for Brett Pedersen, who's been in a little bit of a slump, like you said, Tripp, but he lined that ball in the left really well.
Yeah, one of the hardest hits of the night. He squared that up, and he found the fastball he could jump on, and he ripped it into left field, and just a big one hop out to the left fielder. So he has to be feeling good about that, getting starting here tonight. And Hedgesville needs him to get his bat warmed up. Him, Canarium, these guys, they hit their way into the into the state tournament last year. They literally just hit and ran their way into the through the sectionals. And, the speed, and they were just, as I said last year a couple times, they were just a big group of dirt bags that had some leaders like Connor and Braylon Connor, some of those guys that led the way, and they need some of these guys to feed off of that this year and get these bats contagious, get these hitting contagious, get these bats hot.
As you call it, strike 1 there to Canarium. Last year that was the difference for Hedgesville. We knew they had the pitching to keep up with some of these other EPAC teams, but the bats coming alive as Canarium lays down a bunt attempt, misses, and then it goes off the glove of McClintock and allows the runner to take second base there in Patterson. So essentially the bunt attempt did its job, even though he didn't get it down. He advanced the runner.
The advanced runner was way outside. He just stayed with it instead of pulling back, and it would have moved him up without the strike call.
And there's a big swing and a miss for strike 3, so Canarium goes down swinging, and great bounce back from Dunbar to get the strikeout, and that will bring Noah Brown to the plate to hit with 2 down and put a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, they're going to need a leadoff batter here to try to get something through the infield here out into the outfield grass to tie this game up. And Dunbar did a great job there by getting 2 strikeouts this inning so far. He fouls it back, but as Dunbar continues to, looks like he's just getting stronger. Even when he was throwing the perfect game that we were kind of back and forth talking about, he'd given up some, a couple of balls that were hit pretty well. But now he's starting to bear down a little bit, and looks like he's gotten a little stronger actually.
The 0-1 hit on the ground toward third. Levy again makes a good play and throws for the out. Playing good third base is Wyatt Levy here tonight, and we head to the 6th. Hedgesville trailing Musselman 3-2. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in a minute.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. 3-2. Musselman on top of Hedgesville here with the Applemen looking to add to that lead, and Bradley Letts remains the pitcher here for Hedgesville. After a great start from Ian Wolf, Letts coming in when they see the start to kind of fall apart a little bit, and he was able to get out of the inning. So we'll see what he can do here with a full inning of work here, Trip.
Yeah, he got out of that inning there last inning and was able to limit that damage. So that left the that Wolf's full line at, it says he went 5 innings, but I believe he went 5 2/3, didn't he? Or 4 2/3, excuse me.
Yeah, it should be 4 2/3.
Shows 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 5 strikeouts, and the intentional walk. And then, so I don't show anything for Letts at the moment. So at the moment, the game changer doesn't actually have him entered, I guess, at least on the Hedgesville's game changer.
Right. Well, if we go back to that last half inning, he got the strikeout on Boyles, so maybe -1 strikeout there for. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, -1 strikeout there for Ian Wolf.
Yeah, Musselman's game changer having it 4 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. He lets it the third inning with 1 strikeout.
Myers hits this one on the ground towards short. It's off the glove of Noah Brown, and then he throws it away, nearly heading out of play. So a good thing there is that it stays in play as Myers is able to reach.
Myers used that blazing speed there to get down the line as that ball was hit pretty hard and stayed on the ground. Came up right there at the end, got Noah Brown in the throwing shoulder as it come up. This field, it does play. It gets a lot of play on it. Plays a little rougher than some of the others. Anyway, Noah Brown actually did come up and try to make the throw and got past Elliott, but just to the fence and not much, no advancement by Myers as we've seen a bunt attempt there for a strike out of Levy as these teams are starting to play a little small ball or thinking about it.
Yeah, 1 pitch misses inside. Wyatt Levy's been really impressive defensively tonight. I don't know if he's necessarily known for his defense, but tonight he's definitely played really well. And not that he's a bad defender, but seen him make some pretty impressive plays down there at third. 1 ball, 1 strike count, and there's a big swing and miss for strike 2.
So he's got Manny Machado's bat, just not quite his glove yet. Is that what you're saying?
Possibly, yeah.
No, he's made some really good plays down there this evening. Ball stayed down, just throwing him over there a couple times.
1-2. Misses outside for ball 2. But again, I haven't seen Musselman a ton this year, so maybe he's made some great improvements. Not that he,
You're trying to stick your foot in your mouth. He's had a great night tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And he's going to get himself a CNI single.
Yeah, he's hit the ball hard, just hadn't found a gap yet, and this time he does. So good night for Wyatt.
Yeah. The play there at the end of to go back to Wyatt, the play there at the end of last inning, the ball did come up. So what I was saying about the balls, he made some nice plays. The ball stayed down. That particular ball came up, got him in the midsection, and he was able to corral that one and make a strong throw across. So a great night for Wyatt Levy. Men on first and second. We're going to see a pitching coach come out. They're going to nobody out. Second, third. Probably going to see a bunt from Cam Gill. We've seen Hartman use small ball already tonight on a safety squeeze that was executed really well. So Musselman is able to, or is capable of playing in some small ball and has a coach that's known for it. So we will see. I think everybody in the park knows it's a bunt situation. Whether or not they opt to take it off, or we'll see what happens. But regardless, both teams are setting up defense and their offense through verbal, as we had a pitching mound visit, and it included all the infielders and then all the runners, and came over and visited with Coach Hartman. So everybody knows what's up, and I don't know if Mason Elliott can get any closer to Cam Gill.
Yeah, he's almost even with the pitcher down the line, and Gill will lay down the bunt. It's going to go foul.
It's forcing Gill to angle the bat towards third, because if he gets it to Elliott hard, he's going to have a play at third easily.
Right.
Because Elliott is not even 50 feet away. Matter of fact, I'm not sure he's 40.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen that, somebody be that up on the grass, but they are expecting bunt, and Gill gets it down. He gets it to the pitcher, so well-executed bunt from Cam Gill. And you advance both runners into scoring position.
It was hit back to him hard enough. I thought they may look to third.
Right.
But Let's decided I'm taking that out, and I'm not even going to try for that force over there. So now we've got a drawn-in defense. We have Ethan Henchman up, and see what Musselman decides to do here.
Yeah, defense still up as this one's fouled away, but in this case it's more so for the play at home than for any bunt. 0-1 count here with one down.
It's open. This is an advantage hitter when this happens. I mean, unless he hits it right at a hitter, you can get it through the infield here. Plenty of room between infielder and outfielder.
Henchman falls behind 0-2. And we saw him with a well-hit single his last time up in the fifth. And has an opportunity here to drive in some runs for Musselman and then extend on that lead, which is currently 3-2 here in the sixth inning. 0-2 count, one down. The next pitch to Henchman. Hit hard into left field. That will get down for a base hit. One run is in to score. They're going to hold up the runner at third base, but Henchman with an RBI single. It's now 4-2 Musselman.
Yeah, that was a tremendous. We're going to get number 22 to run for Henchman, so we're going to enter Nate White in that situation. So Musselman now also playing for put speed on the bases, and the issue with that particular single there, that if you're a pitching coach or a head coach, was that was an 0-2 pitch. And you don't want an 0-2 pitch with men on second and third and one out to find that much of the plate. So I believe Let's missed his spot there, and left Henchman an opportunity to get his bat on a really a good pitch, whereas Let's had 2 or 3 pitches to work with before he had to go after Henchman.
And now here's another bunt from Gaines. Gaines will throw to first in time for the out. The throw home, not going to be in time, and Musselman manufactures another run. 5-2.
Yep, and that's what happened when you put pressure on defense, when you put base runners on. Is see Musselman playing some small ball here, getting a hit here and there, moving base runners around, and letting Hedgesville take the out at first, but then scoring is actually, the base runner held up at third all the way until Bradley committed to first, then he took off.
And this one hit hard up the middle from Isaac Gilbert. He has a 2-hit night, and the throw home is going to be in time, though. Canaria makes the tag for the final out of the inning.
Great play. I mean, you got to take a chance there. I mean, Pence has to come up clean, has to throw a dart. And he did exactly that, but Gilbert done a great job of, giving himself an opportunity for the RBI there. All the way I agree with the play. It takes a perfect catch and throw from Pence, and he was able to do it. And then he threw a strike from center field there to end the inning. But Musselman taking, getting 2 more runs that inning and has a 3-run lead now.
Yeah, Musselman up 5-2 here in the sixth. And we'll head to the bottom half of the inning when we come back. Hedgesville trying to cut into this lead. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
To Hedgesville. Our score, Musselman 5, Hedgesville 2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. McPherson leading alongside me, Trip Tobin. It's Landon Pence, Connor Quinn. And then the pitcher due up. We'll see if Wolf comes back in to hit. 1-0 count here to Pence.
Dunbar still out there on the mound, so maybe we're not going to see that full arsenal.
This one hit toward right, a dive attempt and a great play by Ryder Gaines. That's the second impressive play from him here tonight, Trip.
Yeah, great play there. Right-handed batter, hit to right field, tailing to the right field line. He stays with it, lays out, and is able to keep Hedgesville from getting that leadoff runner on. And if he gets by him and he doesn't make the play, it's probably a triple. So, I mean, it's just a tremendous play. So instead of having a man on third, nobody out, and, momentum starting to shift, you did great play. Just keep quiet the crowd and quiet Hedgesville dugout, and gives Dunbar a 2-pitch out.
So Quinn will come to the plate. 1 out here in the inning. And the DH will step out and reset. Connor had an RBI double. I'm sorry, an RBI single, and that was stretched into a double on the error in center field. And he would then come around to score on the RBI double from Ian Wolf.
That strike called on Connor Quinn is where Dunbar's made his money tonight. He has hit that spot multiple times.
Quinn requests time, and then Dunbar thought time was given, but it wasn't. So
steps back and
resets. And the 0-1. This is inside for ball 1. So maybe throwing him off there a little bit there with that miscommunication, but luckily no balk or anything.
Dunbar out there digging a hole in the mound, and anybody's ever worked on the field, as I have and many others, you want to go out there and kick him when he does that.
That pitch just missed for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Well, when you pitch as well as he has now, you can do whatever you want.
Well, you can do it when you're the visitor. Tear it up, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Connor Quinn last time sent the ball back through the middle, got under the glove of Kyle Lord in center field. He was able to move up to second, get an RBI, and now he's sitting on. Now he's looking at a 2-2 count.
Yep, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a 3-run lead for Musselman. The next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Quinn goes down swinging. And that'll bring Ian Wolf back to the plate here with 2 down as he will pinch hit for Letts. So Letts is done on the mound. We'll have a new pitcher.
So Wolf's going to re-enter.
And Wolf will re-enter. This is... You can't do that again, though, correct?
What's that? No, he's in the game now. If he goes out again, he's out for good.
Right.
Letts is actually relegated to the bench at the moment because he's a substitute.
Yeah.
And once a substitute goes in and out of the game, they are no longer eligible to play in this game. So Letts did his job. It was a pretty good job, but, I think it was a great job coaching for Hedgesville. He comes in, gets him through an inning and a half there, does his job that he was asked to do, and now they will find the third pitcher of the night after this at bat.
Ian Wolf here with 2 outs, takes that one outside for ball 1. 1-0 count.
I had a feeling, based on the score and being his birthday, things that we would see him again tonight. Not that there's because it's his birthday that he's given that chance, because he certainly has the talent and should be in this lineup. But even though the game doesn't mean a tremendous amount, it still means a lot to these guys to be in there, especially seniors.
And he has one of the 2 runs driven in for Hedgesville tonight, the RBI double back in the 4th. Also struck out so far as he takes this one for a called strike 1 on a 2-1 count, but Dunbar has been excellent out there on the mound.
It crossed McClintock up. I think he was looking for a different pitch. He actually, the strike hit his glove and come out. But I think Ian Wolf shows off for the camera. Every time we're here, he's just tearing it up.
Wolf with the swing and a miss, strike 2. Got a piece of it, but either way, it's strike 2.
We've been able to commentate 3 of his home runs. seen him throw a tremendous game against Jefferson. So.
And a pretty good game here tonight. 2-2, pitch misses outside.
I was going to say, and then he turns around tonight and has a big double and 4 strong innings on the mound, giving his team an opportunity for a victory.
3-2 count here, 2 down, 5-2. Musselman lead here in the 6th. Wolf coming back in the game to pinch hit, and he'll step out here as time called. Dunbar has been tremendous on the mound for Musselman, the right-hander. Kicks and deals on 3-2, and Wolf rips it down the left field line. That is going to be a single, possibly more, as Wolf is rounding first. He's in there with his second double of the night. A stand-up double this time for Ian Wolf down the left field line.
Yeah, it hit the chalk, and then it skipped, and it got under the fence down there and out of the field of play. As you see the left fielder out there, Hedgesville, raise his hands up, and the ball is hung up down there on the other side of the fence as someone went down to retrieve it. So there must be an area that he hit that the ball was able to get through down there, and it got through as it hit the right field line or left field line and skipped left into that fencing, and it never came back in the field of play.
So I guess a ground rule double. As this one called a strike to Mason Elliott, who's 0 for 2 today.
Wolf's second double of the night.
Yep. Both his hits. RBI as well. Good game for him on his 18th birthday. The 0-1 count here to Elliott. Big swing and a miss for strike 2.
I asked Coach Grove how old he was. He said, I don't know.
Well, they announced earlier that it was his 18th.
Right.
So. Plus, he is a senior, so that would make sense. But 0-2 count here, 2 away, and this one hit on the ground towards short. Gill comes up, throwing to Myers in time for the out, so Hedgesville can't do any damage after the 2-out double. And we will head to the 7th. Also been looking for some insurance runs. This is West Virginia High School Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Colton's.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Trip Tobin. Trip, we got some defensive changes for Hedgesville.
Yeah, it looks like Pedersen has, Colton Stefanko's coming in. So Stefanko is going to pitch. And so in order for Ian Wolf to stay in the game, Stefanko is going to enter in Brett Pedersen's spot in the lineup. Wolf's going to actually move to right field.
Interesting.
And everything will stay the same as Pedersen will finish tonight unless he's re-entered. 1 for 2 tonight.
So a lot of movement there in terms of where you're at in the lineup.
Austin Manor stays at third, being DH4 for Connor Quinn. And across the infield, you have Brown short, Cash Dunham at second, Mason Elliott is playing first. Across the outfield, you still have the starters, Carter, Pence, and we're left and center. And now the starting pitcher is now in right field, Ian Wolf.
This one called strike 1 to Kyle Lohr. So, good maneuvering there from Coach Grove to kind of keep his best guys in the lineup in terms of hitting, as Lohr will foul this one away. Kyle, so far, has been relatively quiet. 2 ground outs and a walk.
An intentional walk. You're not going to see his line, be ground out to second and hit into a double play very often with his speed, but that he couldn't have placed it on second base any better for Noah Brown on the ricochet for the double play. That was just bad luck at bat. That probably would have been a single had the pitcher not got a glove on it.
0-2, and Lohr this time just fouls it down that line as he hit it hard, but it dipped foul into the Hedgesville bullpen area. And count remain 0-2.
Had there been a catcher in the bullpen, I think he would have been a strike. It bounced off the fence there. At home plate in the bullpen.
And the 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. So count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
That thing was coming right for Nick's forehead. He didn't even flinch.
Moved a little bit, actually. But
nerves of steel. Nerves of steel over here. Musselman looking to add to it with their leadoff batter up in a great position here in the 7th, looking for some insurance runs.
0-2, just misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here on Kyle Lohr. Yep, Musselman leading 5-2, so well in control here, but knowing how well Hedgesville can hit the ball, you don't want to go in without at least 1 or 2 more runs here to feel comfortable with it, I feel like. 5-2 is your lead, though. Lohr smoked that one foul. Hit it onto the Little League field.
Yeah, he had a home run in Little League. Take that one out of the left field wall over there. Finally seeing someone warm up in the Musselman bullpen. Looks like Cam Gill.
1-2. Fouled away again, so good at bat here from Kyle Lohr. He's finding his way to foul off some pitches and keep the at bat going. Put some pressure on the Hedgesville defense.
Dunbar's at 90 pitches, so you may see him come back out, and Gill could be just getting warmed up in case he hits that limit.
1-2, or if he were to struggle, of course. You may want to have another guy ready. So I'll have to get some new baseballs with all those pitches being fouled off here by Kyle Lohr and hit out of play. 1-2 count still.
It's about $8 a baseball. I think he's lost 4 of them here so far. Unless somebody goes over to Little League field and finds them.
Well, it is Little League night, so a lot of kids running around, I'm sure, to go get those baseballs. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 2.
Threw an Ophis pitch here, just let up and lobbed it in there. See if you can get him to jump out there on his front foot. Came up a little left of the batter's box there.
The 2-2 pitch to Lohr, runs it and hits him hard, but he doesn't seem affected by it.
That's not good news for Hedgesville, as Lohr's the guy with the 5-2 lead. He'll be aggressive on the bases. Musselman will be looking to get him on and get him over and get him in.
Yeah, Kyle Lohr, get him on and he'll score. So, could be dangerous here for Hedgesville as Wyatt McClintock will come to the plate. And like you said, Lohr will most likely be running here with the lead. And McClintock shows bunts. That's another thing Musselman has the opportunity to manufacture another run with their small ball.
McClintock with 2 singles tonight. Coach Josh Hartman showing that he's going to play situational baseball, try to get that insurance run in regardless of how hot McClintock's been at the plate.
Throw over to first, not in time.
McClintock swinging the bat and looking down at Coach Hartman saying, hey, let me swing it.
The 1-0 pitch. McClintock lays down a beauty of a bunt as nobody's there to first. It's a foot race to the bag. Good cover by the pitcher, and they get him by about a half a step.
Yeah, it's a pressure bunt there. He bunted it really hard towards the 4-hole there, between the 3-4 hole, and it forced Elliott to come way over towards the pitcher. And then it was a foot race between Stefanko and McClintock, and the catcher showing some speed there, McClintock, but really nice PFP there by those guys to get that out. But sacrificed down, an opportunity for Boyles to put an insurance run up on the board with a base hit.
Yep, Boyles will hit here with one down. The pitch just missing outside for ball one.
Hedgesville still need to be respectful of the bunt, as now they're going to move Elliott back, at least even with the grass, as he was up.
A little bit more back here. It takes about another step or two back, but Boyles looking to come through here for the Applemen with a runner on second and Kyle Lohr, and one down here in the inning and a 5-2 Musselman lead, and that one misses outside, so I believe it's a 2-0 count here to Boyles. Boyles digs back in. And the next pitch is outside. Gets away from the catcher. And the runner will take third. So Lohr now well into scoring position for Boyles, and just a hard hit ball should score him.
Going to pull the infield up to try to keep the score at 5-2. As we have Lohr on third base. See if.
And the 3-0 is high for ball four, so Boyles draws the walk here with one down. That'll bring Myers to the plate. Myers single, fly out, and a strikeout for him, and now a little bit of a rundown as Lohr is ruled out at home. The ball was being thrown around, and Musselman tried to score the run, but tagged out at home, so good recovery there from Hedgesville.
Yeah, Boyles 3-0 count, walks, comes around first and just keeps going, nobody covering second. Canarian comes up, throws. It was cut off by middle infielder who sent it back home, and kind of on what you would call basically like a double steal. They were able to cut Lohr down at the plate on that base one balls.
It's a crazy scenario there, but don't see that very often. And
Musselman's had two runners thrown out at the plate here tonight on very close plays. Hedgesville executing the throw to home there, right on target twice now.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to get another one earlier in the game, but couldn't quite make the relay from Pedersen to Mason Elliott to home, as Myers swings and misses on the first pitch and takes that one outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Myers pops it up. 2 outs here in the inning. Could be trouble. Ian Wolf, though, hugs the line and makes the play for the final out of the inning. So Musselman goes down relatively quietly after the play at home. Jason Myers flies out to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Our score is still 5-2, and Dunbar coming back out for trying to go for the complete game victory. We'll see if he gets it on the other side of this break. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
April is National Donate Life Month. WV Medicine is joining the effort to raise awareness for organ donation. Did you know that more than 100,000 people are waiting for life-saving organ transplants? One donor can save up to 8 people through organ donation, provide sight for 2 people through cornea donation, and restore health for more than 75 people through tissue donation. Join WV Medicine and help spread awareness about the gift of donation. And if you haven't registered, visit registerme.org.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
On the 7th, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust you for flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. And we got Cash Dunham here to hit, but then we'll have I believe, a pinch hitter after Dunham. Dunham will lead it off here in the 7th.
Can I add something to that bottom of the 7th Trips Floor Sanding?
Sure, go ahead. It is your company.
I just want to say that we've hired a new PR guy, and you can send all your complaints to 304-240-5752 if you'd like to. Ask for Colin.
After that one's filed away.
If there's anything serious, he'll let me know.
That's good.
92nd pitch here from Dunbar, who's going for the complete game here. Who's touched up a little bit in the fourth after retiring the first 10 batters in a perfect game, seeing the minimum. A ball gets down in the outfield. Hedgesville listed it as a hit, which gives Dunbar 2 earned runs.
Dunham sends this one to center field, and Kyle Lohr makes the catch for the out.
On the other hand, Musselman give Ryder Gans an error on it, which gives Dunbar no earned runs on the night. So depends on which game change you want to look at. Either way, 2 runs were scored in the fourth, and other than that, he has been rather clean on that mound and been very impressive against a very tough hitting team. Hedgesville's team, as Evan Williams will hit here for Mason Carter, and it looks like that Patterson is going to re-enter the game for Stefanko.
Yep. So Williams will hit here. He falls behind 0-1, but yeah, I'm not sure how you would rule that one, since it probably should have been played, but also nobody really made an attempt at it. So it's one of those kind of.
Yeah, well, I think any time that you can, the play should have been made or relatively easily could be made, the out can be made, then it's probably an error, even though it's not one that hit off someone's glove. You have mental errors, communication errors, you have base running errors, those types of things that don't quite show up. But, yeah, I mean, it was a catchable play. It was a makeable play.
Nah, I would agree with that. 3-1 count, especially here at the high school level when you want to value how well the kid's pitching. Kind of tough if you give them those earned runs. And the 3-1 pitch is a called strike 2 to Williams. So Dunbar trying to get the victory out there on the mound and pitch really well here tonight. Pick up win number 18 on the year for Musselman. Finished their season at 18-12, and he gets a strikeout swinging there on Williams. So that'll bring.
He's owned that part of the lineup tonight. 3 of his strikeouts have come from that 7 spot.
Yep. And that'll bring Brett Pedersen back to the plate, who has flown out and singled so far. He had a really well-hit single last time around, back in the 5th. But unfortunately for Hedgesville, lineup didn't do anything following that. And Dunbar trying to go the complete game here. I haven't really seen him, I feel like for the most part, pitch this many pitches. It does feel like he's been more of a 3, 4, 5 inning guy throughout the majority of the season, but this may be Dunbar's best start of the year, at least. Up there.
Future looks bright for next year, regardless of how this game ends, as he's on pitch 100, I believe, and
0-2 pitch here is low for ball 1. Ball 2 strikes here on Brett Pedersen as Dunbar tries to work his way out of it, kind of stretching out his arm a little bit. The 1-2 with 2 down. Dunbar delivers, popped up, right field. Heading over is Gaines in foul territory. Makes the play on the track for the final out of the game. And Kai Dunbar gets the complete game victory out on the mound as Musselman wins it over Hedgesville 5-2. The Applemen finish the regular season 18-12. Hedgesville will fall to 14-12. They still have a few games left on the year, and these two teams will see each other again on Tuesday. Trip, your thoughts on this one here tonight?
I just thought it was a tremendous outing for Kai Dunbar. I think he's got to be the player of the game. I mean, I think he handled this lineup and was able to get out there and get after him, and I just think it was a great outing for him, and he contributed. He really gave his team a chance to win, and just Musselman got some timely hitting, and Got some hitting from the bottom of the lineup. Got a big double by Isaac Gilbert, who come around to score there. So, 2 singles from Ethan Henchman. And, so the bottom of the lineup, Cam Gill in the 6th spot. So they were able to do some really good things there at the bottom and make things happen. And they come away with the win from a strong outing from Dunbar.
So we'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll have the post-game show. This is West Virginia High School Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Carter Myers Automotive is celebrating 100 years at CMA's Chevy of Martinsburg. Join our celebration by donating canned goods to help us feed 100 local families a day and get some of the best deals of the year. Right now, during Chevy truck season, get a new 2024 Silverado 1500 with 2.9% financing, or get up to $11,000 off MSRP, or get up to $5,500 off MSRP on a new 2024 Equinox. Together, let's drive at CMA's ChevroletOfMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome you back here to the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Our post-game show is brought to you by the Palace Lounge, located on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page as Musselman gets the win over Hedgesville tonight, 5-2. In what was early on a pitcher's duel. For the first 3 innings, Hedgesville was held hitless, and Musselman was held to just 1 hit. But things started to turn in that 5th inning, as Hedgesville had taken a 2-0 lead, but Musselman would come back to take a 3-2 lead. Had some insurance runs later in the game, and the Applemen end up getting the win here tonight, 5-2. Our game summary brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. Trip Tobin will be joined here momentarily by our player of the game, Kai Dunbar, as well as the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Josh Hartman. Our player of the game is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And then we'll give you the game stats after our interview with Kai Dunbar. But great win tonight for Musselman. I think they built some momentum heading into the postseason. The question will be, I feel like, will Musselman still have this momentum with all the time off that they have in between now and the first round of the playoffs against this very same Hedgesville team? But Hedgesville will be headed to Musselman for that first game. Martinsburg will take on Spring Mills here in Section 1. In Section 2, Hampshire heads to Jefferson as Washington draws the bye. So, we're going to get the interview with the young starter Kai Dunbar here tonight, and momentarily as Trip makes his way down here toward our camera. And We'll hear from Kai and Tripp as, again, Musselman with an impressive 5-2 victory over the Hedgesville Eagles. Win number 18 on the season. And Tripp, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Check. You got me? All right, I'm here with player of the game, Kai Dunbar. Kai, first 10 batters of the game, you're throwing perfect. And we were kind of dancing around that up there, not trying to throw you off. And you got a little blooper that got in. A couple runs scored that inning, and after that you settled back in. Take us through that first 10 batters.
I mean, it felt good. Our rankings came out today. I knew we were second, so still a big game for me. I'm young. Feels good to do that. Hits, they came in clutch. I mean, that's about it.
So you got down 2-0. Pretty pressure hitting that inning. Take us through that inning where they scored a couple runs.
I just knew we were going to hit. I knew we could get out of it. You trust your defense. Everyone's going to make mistakes. You just got to trust them. Just trust your team, and it worked.
So what was working for you tonight? Looked like you maybe had a slider working the outside corner.
Fastball, curveball, slider, change up. That's about it.
Using all your pitching out there. So once your team come back in and responds, gives you the lead after that, you cruise. But I was told before the game that we might use a multitude of pitchers, but apparently that changed and you stayed in there and got a complete game.
Yeah, Coach already said, just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
So what's your thoughts about next week, Tuesday night? You start the sectionals. Finish the year 18-12. Now everybody's 0-0 come Friday night, and we get a big sectional game. How you feel about your team's chances in sectionals?
I think we're playing good ball at the right time. We started off slow, but I think we'll be good.
Congratulations, player of the game.
Thank you, Tripp. We'll wait for Coach Hartman here to join Tripp in a few moments, but overall, good win here tonight from Musselman. Good stuff from Kai Dunbar as well. Again, our player of the game. Thank you, Kai, for joining us. And Tripp, whenever you're ready.
Guys, come out here. Your pitcher come out, and he was perfect through 10 batters. Talk to us a little bit about Kai Dunbar.
Oh, Kai's been like that all year, man. He wants the ball. He's accepted his role this year as pretty much as a PO, and every time he's gotten the ball, he's had great outings for us, and tonight was no exception. First 10 batters he saw, he got him out. That's fantastic. I didn't even realize that, but he was in command of his pitches and strike zone, and the whole game was his.
You got a big hit there after you went down 2-0. You got a big hit. Got some hits from Ethan Henchman. You got a big hit from Isaac Gilbert. The bottom of the lineup tonight was hitting. How's that make you feel going into the second?
I mean, if you can hit at the bottom, you can get pretty good shape. A lot of teams when they face us, they think if they can get top out, they're going to beat us. But if you get manufacturing runs, we've got a bunch of bunts down tonight, Tripp. We got some bunts down tonight, a bunch of bunts.
Yeah, we enjoyed the small ball up there. We give you lots of kudos there. But 18-12, you finished the season, going to the sectionals now. Might as well be 0-0 across the board. How do you feel about that?
Like I said, none of these games matter now for us anyway. So starting out, we're happy that we get a home game. Last time we played them, we were up here every single time. So we're glad we're back in Inwood, and we'll be ready to roll next week.
So you said you were going to use a multitude of pitchers tonight, but I guess Kai changed your mind.
Yeah, my plan was not to throw him like that. It really was. I was going to go 3 innings with Kai, and then he was grooving, and the kind of way the game was dictating itself, I kind of kept him out there and going. And when you're throwing like that, you got to keep rolling with him.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Tripp.
See, good luck in the sectionals.
A bunch of bunts help lead Coach Hartman and the Applemen to the victory here tonight. Now 18-12 on the year. We'll get you the game stats. Brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Musselman totals up tonight for 9 hits to drive in those 5 runs. Big hits coming from McClintock, who had 2 of them. A single from Cam Gill, a single from Henchman. Sacks as well, like from Gaines. RBI single from Henchman as well. Wyatt Levy had a good night, a single. Jason Myers had a single. And that totals into your 9 hits for the Applemen. And the pitching from Kai Dunbar, 7 strikeouts here tonight. So those are your game stats for Musselman. And then for Hedgesville here tonight, it was a little bit of a struggle offensively. They put up just 4 hits on the night, 2 runs. Pitching-wise, Ian Wolf gave you a good start, 4 2/3 innings of work. where he only allowed those 3 runs and was pitching pretty well, but things kind of fall apart in that 5th inning for Hedgesville. RBI double from Ian Wolf at the plate as well, and he had a double before that, or a double later in the game, and he was kind of the standout offensively. Connor Quinn had an RBI single for Hedgesville, part of those 4 hits for the Eagles here tonight. But we'll go ahead and wrap things up for Colin McLaughlin, our cameraman, Trip Tobin, our color analyst, Dylan Bishop back in the studio. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from the Hedgesville Baseball Complex. Once again, your final score, Musselman 5, Hedgesville 2. Eagles fall to 14-12. They still have some games left before sectionals next week. Musselman improves to 18-12. This is West Virginia High School Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a good night, everyone.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford, Rocks, the Heffley Motor Company, the Wagner Law Firm, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, the Skinner Law Firm, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, Orsini's, Carter Myers Automotive, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Mother Shuckers, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.